It's D&D. I just imagine that when Hugo's not here, but Charles is around, it's just his hat and his cape floating around like Doctor Strange.
Right.
Yeah.
Have a nice game this morning.
What are you saying?
So-
Hugo lives in there.
He lives
Sorry.
inside his hat.
Charles lives
Hi,
in there.
Dee.
Hugo
Yeah.
lives in France, I believe.
Cool. Well, who wants to recap what happened last week? It wasn't a lot of stuff. A lot of it was downtime related, but who wants to do that?
Was the celebration last week or not?
What was last week?
Was the celebration last week or the week before that? Of us returning from the rift job.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember, it was 2 weeks ago, then you did your downtime, and then last week we started like extremely late, and then we decided to like wrap up a little early as well.
Yeah, so we
only did like
we basically just did downtime, discussed where we're gonna go, and all I can remember that's really relevant is we decided to go back to the bog on Crescentia, I think. Oh shit, it's the crescent one.
Lunaria.
Lunaria. Yeah.
Yep. So you're taking the mission that's on there that takes you guys to the swamps, and there was also the other thing you guys did when you went to the arena a little bit. Some people you talked to.
Oh yeah, we found out that there's a storm coming below.
We found out that Arthur Pentacost had built a device to hold off storms on the convergence, and that device was damaged in some way, and they were sending down a team to repair it.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And if they don't, we're fucked.
Correctamundo. So, but yeah, like I said, last week was really short. But we have all 4 hours today. So, so you guys are gonna be going to Lunaria, as I did send you guys a map a little early because I felt like I owed you that since I didn't have it finished. You guys can see it for yourself. What is known about it publicly, just from asking around or whatever, it's a facet for those who. Hold on one second, I'm about to burp. Excuse me. It's for those who have anything to do with werebeasts, those who are cursed, lycanthropy, things like that, and some other things. They have 2 temples. The Temple of the Equinox and the Temple of the Solstice. Dusty, do you want to explain what the Temple of the Equinox is for your party members?
I thought I already did. It's like, well, it's a temple full of balance. It's trying to keep everything in line so it doesn't, like, tip over and fall off.
Mm-hmm. And then the Temple of the Solstice is the opposite of that. It's about one aspect overpowering all else. It's for people who hyper-focus into something. So. It's the classic, a man who practices a single move 1,000 times versus the man who practices 1,000 moves one time. That kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Did I learn anything during my research? I wanted to do some research at the greenhouse on the swamp and the tribe there.
Ooh, I completely forgot about that. I'm gonna be honest. Give me a quick investigation check for me, with advantage.
Investigation.
While he stalls.
Can I argue anything else? Nature, survival, wisdom based.
No, because you're doing research. You could argue persuasion.
Do I have persuasion? I don't have persuasion either. It's 0 as well.
So,
Can I give myself
poison.
guidance?
I'll allow it.
Okay, so it's gonna be investigation. Let's go. Okay, that's a solid, and then
Advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah, I said that.
I did not hear that. My apologies.
How dare you? Didn't matter. D4. Cool. 12. So you said you're just investigating the bog in general, the swamp area.
Yeah, looking into the swamp, its dangers, and anything I can find out about the tribe that we're going to help.
So The swamps on Lunaria. So this is a bit more surface level information at first here. Lunaria is at a incline. The west side with the mountains, it has a higher elevation, while as you go closer to the tips, it's a lower elevation where all the runoff and from the mountains go down to it. It's very creepy from what some reports say, being down so low and looking up and you just see mountains. It creates these giant overshadows until the sun finally raises over the mountains. So it's typically a little cooler over there. A lot of fog, a lot of spookiness in general. As for the tribe, real quick, let me take you to the map so you can see this for yourself as I'm getting pinged by other friends. Let's see here. Line. So you guys are going to be going down to this area of where you're going. And for the tribe specifically that you guys are going to be talking to, hold on one moment. As I try to quickly sort through my tabs here and find what I'm looking for. The bullywug tribe is full of those who are werefrogs, specifically. And they're very much outcasts. They just want to be by themselves. Nothing too much about them. Most of the people here on Lunaria are here because they want to be with people like themselves, or they chose to take the curse onto them and live here. Not everyone here is like that, but the bullywugs are very much embrace their curse.
So we're going to a swampy area?
Yes, so you're going to a swampy area.
Like, are we already there, or are we heading there?
No, you are heading there. You guys are on the convergence. And Andy's doing some research, or Phoenix is doing some research. Yeah.
Good.
And with the 12, let me look here one last time. You would know there's more than bullywugs out there, but they're more like one-off, two-offs, people who just live in the wilderness because society, blah, 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 blah.
Society sucks.
Yeah. As far as the environment for the swamp, it does say there are a couple higher elevated areas as far as like treading through water. But there are definitely areas that are very deep, and there have been mention of swamp monsters and such out there.
Any specifics on the monsters or what their dangers are or whatnot?
With a 12, you get some generic like crocodiles, man bats, excuse me, a couple plant creatures, things of that nature.
Okay.
Once again, very generic, like things that make sense to be in a swamp.
Makes sense. One second, I gotta mute. My cat's doing his little paw thing against the side of his litter box, and it's very loud.
You are fine. Let me click and drag this. The only thing I don't like about the measure tool is when you have a custom one, because it's supposed to say days, but it just says D ... So that's the only thing I hate about the new UI. Oh. What do you guys do now?
Well, you guys ready to go into the swamp?
I don't know if we can ever truly be ready, but it'll definitely be better than black snow.
Actually, should we get some bug spray or something like we have with that one thing? I heard swamps are buggy.
No more bugs. No more. Let's not kill any more bugs. Killing the bugs has caused dire problems.
I would not have as drastic a reaction, but I do agree that perhaps we should, if we do need to kill bugs, we do so in the more conventional, smaller number ways of swatting them.
I mean, bug sprays are repellent. It's not killing them.
Well, we could also. Are we? Okay, yeah, we're in a town. I'm guessing a general supply store of some sort here might sell something like that.
Here on the Convergence or Lunaria?
Oh, are we on Lunaria right now?
No. I just had the map up just to reference it for.
Okay, good. Okay, in that
Phoenix.
case, yes, I would say. Well, yes. Before we leave for Lunaria, perhaps we should. Yeah, let's go see if we can find a merchant who has some bug spray. I mean, we are the Convergence. If we're gonna get it anywhere, we can certainly get it here.
I still have hickory logs. Should we need to use them overnight?
That's good.
While we're walking to the supply store,
Right.
I would say I am curious to see what this post means by their god. Would any of you have any idea?
Can I do?
I tried to do some research on it, but they seem pretty reclusive. It's hard to tell.
Can I do a religion check to see if I've heard anything about that?
You can certainly try.
Yeah. Hang on, the thing closed my freaking sheet. When I updated the UIs.
Yeah, roll 20 was funky for me the other day when I was making one of the combat maps. It was just shaking on me. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Public. Religion.
18. So you don't really know much about gods that a bullywug would follow. There's a couple that come to mind. Hold on. Let me do a little bit of Googling here.
I think Blibbity Boop is one.
That sounds right.
No, that's legit the name, Blibbity Boop.
As well as Skilly Bop and Hoopity Bop Pow.
Yeah. But as far as you can tell, with them putting quotation marks around the word God, you think that the Adventurers Guild is basically saying it's not a real god, it's what they think is a god. So it could be either a minor deity or it could be someone pretending to be a god.
Well, I think based on what I've heard about various gods, it could be one of the lesser gods, not so heavily worshipped, or it could be the leader of a cult.
Aren't gods just leaders of very successful cults?
Arguably, yes, but I mean a temporary cult.
Okay.
I mean, isn't God really a relative term anyways?
Yeah. I mean, if we're using God to describe something powerful, did we unleash a god back last time we dealt with bugs?
Exactly. He's worshipped.
I don't think that was a god per se. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It is a problem we'll have to address, but it's not one we're addressing right now.
Well, it's definitely over there. It's just not here right now.
Ignoring that,
So do we want to get
Right.
bug spray or not?
Let's see if we can find some sort of bug repellent that we can wear.
Alrighty, bug repellent. Everyone give me an investigation check, please. No mod or like no guidance, no nothing like that. Just basic investigation checks. All right, Gloric and Phoenix. Gloric noticed it first, but Phoenix afterwards you notice it. Same thing as you, Dusty. You and Phoenix notice at the same time. You'll see a simple English words are hard today. Apothecary. That have some like posters out for things they sell, and you see one that has like Bug Be Gone. That's what it's called.
Like squints eyes suspiciously.
Alright, let's go get some.
Sounds aggressive.
Oh. Gone can mean a number of things. I mean, it certainly doesn't say bug be dead.
Can I find the shopkeeper by any chance?
So you guys go into the small little store. You see like there's like 3 shelves of stuff. It's maybe 10 feet deep before you get to the counter. Very, very small. Sitting at the counter would be a half elf, kind of like lazily just sitting there, kind of like half eyes closed, obviously daydreaming. And then as you all come in, he kind of like, huh? What? Oh, hello, welcome to my store. Feel free to browse. If you have any questions, just ask.
We actually did have a question. This bug be gone we saw.
Yeah.
What exactly does it do?
It's a simple bug repellent I made like 3 years ago that I just have some leftovers I'm trying to get rid of. Keeps the tiny ones away, mosquitoes, flies, gnats, whatever, for an hour or so.
And how much does it run for?
I'm selling each jar for about 50 silver.
How many jars do you have?
He like leans down behind his counter, pulls out a box, and he has, hold on 1 second here. He has 12 jars left. Please pop it open in like, I don't know, a dozen feet or so. Nothing will get near you.
For only an hour.
I mean, nods, yeah. That's why it's so cheap. If you're looking for something longer, I got better versions I've made over time.
Yeah, we'd probably prefer those. Tell us more about that.
Oh, all right. Are we looking for? Well, he's like, what are we looking for here? Looking for stronger scents to get rid of bigger swarms? Are you looking for more time? Are you looking for a larger area?
We're with the Adventurers Guild. We're going to be traveling to a facet with a swamp, so we're going to be there for at least a few days.
That does help narrow it down. He like looks around his store and he points to his left on a shelf. He's like, you guys want to get the wooden jars with the symbol of a bee on them that's dead. It doesn't kill them. It's just a funny haha joke. Those will last about a day, give or take, so long as you don't like get wet or too sweaty. And it keeps like mosquitoes off you and bees, specifically bees. I made it for a friend of mine who runs an apiary. Just so happens to work for other bugs.
How much does that cost?
Well, those cost, if you want the day-long jars, it's going to cost you about 10 gold pieces each.
So 5 of us. It's gonna be 50 gold per day.
Another question I have while my friend is thinking. Do you sell components for health potions?
We do not sell them here. We do sell health potions, though.
No, that's all right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, business. If you want to, get the ingredients, you can go somewhere else. Sorry.
Very fair.
How about... I'm willing to front the money for this one, and I could be reimbursed from the party fund later. How about,
I got no monies, basically.
I've got... Yeah, let me do some quick mental math here. We'll take 200 golds worth of the day-long stuff.
Alrighty, he says.
It'll be enough to last each of us 4 days.
Well, let's activate till we get into the swamp.
We won't necessarily need it right away, that's what I'm saying. And 4 days will be a decent amount for each of us to have on hand.
Cool. The shopkeep kind of perks up a little bit hearing such a large number. He's like, of course, let me get those packed up for you. And he'll start putting them into little 4 each into a little box, and then stack them up 5 boxes tall. Be 200 gold, please.
Yeah, while he's stacking them, I am pulling out the gold and making sure that there's enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gwilric. That's very generous of you.
You're welcome. Like I said, I'd appreciate being reimbursed from the party fund, but I don't have to be fully reimbursed right away.
Alrighty. He takes the gold. He wishes you all good luck, and if you ever need more, to please come on back.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
My name is Inyek.
Inyek. Well, pleasure doing business, Inyek.
He nods. And he notes down the record of sale into a ledger, and you all leave, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else we can do here.
Right. Are you guys heading to the facette now? Any last minute shopping, last minute research? What we got going on?
I think we're good to go.
Well, I mean, I believe I am out of health potions.
Oh.
So we could go... Oh, no, I still got a couple left.
You can always take a rage potion.
I put the... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to actually put the 2 health potions I've got left into my bandolier, as well as one of the rage potions.
Oh!
Just in case.
Alrighty.
I had to roll over a fucking 20 to make those.
You had to roll high on almost all of them. You went for some very crazy crafts.
Yeah, I'm saving that for if we ever go up against an unexpected, crazy strong boss.
My only fear giving them to you is that you overestimate how powerful half the things we go against are.
I'm sure that I do that frequently.
Fair enough. Alright, let's go to Lunaria.
Off to the swamp.
Dusty, you've said you've been here before.
Yes, I have been.
You might have to help guide us a little bit towards where the swamps are.
I can guide you where they're not.
Okay, that's helpful.
I went to
Let's go the
Look, I went to this place. We're going down. I believe we're going down here.
Correct.
Yeah. So I went from here to here. I didn't go that way.
Very well.
Actually, he went this way all the way around. He did a lap around.
He fucking jumped over from here to here at one point.
Yeah. He was worried about tails, so he had to Lose him.
Does he taking a direct route? Doubt.
Nah, he did. Cool. So you guys arrive on the Facet.
When have I ever taken a
at-
non-direct route?
As you all exit through the rift, or not the rift, sorry, the portal to come here. Typically on every Facet so far, you guys have entered an open area in the middle of the city or on the edge of the city or something to that degree. This time you guys are inside a building. And you will see there are several guards posted around. You can see people are lined up getting their bags checked, and there's a lot of items being checked as well. Personal belongings and things. A guard at a table sees you all enter and like waves you guys over.
Frickin' security theater.
Hello.
You see he looks human, just extra hairy. He's like, all right, this is the checkpoint. And he goes down this big monologue spiel, as he said it like a billion times. Welcome to Lunaria. We have to do a contraband check for any silvered items or silvered weapons.
Oh dear.
Wait, those are contrabands? We're not allowed to carry them here?
Unless you're on official business of a mercenary contract of a werebeast or something up to that degree, you're not allowed to have silvered items on Lunaria. Or anything in danger to the werepeople.
We're here from the Adventurers Guild.
And can I see your paperwork, please?
So we'll pull out the paperwork and give it to him.
He would look it over. Kind of nods a little bit. Unfortunately for you all, this doesn't entail any details of fighting, slaying, capturing, killing anything that is subsexual. English words are hard today for me. It's just weak to silver. So I'm gonna have to take all your silvered items during your stay here. You can get them back when you leave.
That's...
Very well. Nothing silvered on me.
I have something silvered. Caius, I'm gonna need my old glaive back.
Are you muted, Caius?
I was already like grabbing it to like hand it back to like Glorick, like just like without even looking. I already knew.
Glad I didn't throw this out.
And they would take, for now, air quotes, they're going to take Charles's silvered items, but I'm sure he's going to be suave and try to like hide them or talk them down or whatever.
Okay.
So
Was,
it's kind of sucks he's not here. What's up?
Wasn't so the sickle silver sickle, or did it change?
It is a silvered sickle.
I'm just trying to be honest. I didn't know if it changed
bring
after
it up.
the whole,
No,
giant
it
gray
is
thing
a
happened.
silvered weapon, silvered item.
Okay.
And do you bring it up to the guards?
I don't bring it up willingly, because I don't think about it, but like, can I willingly part with those?
Do you want to find out?
Is this like going to the airport and I have a fucking metal hip?
What do you do?
Is there a guard like in charge of a station?
Yeah, there's a guard you're talking to. The human that looks very hairy. He's talking to you all right now.
Hey, sir, what are the rules with attuned items?
He kind of does this big old sigh. Is it an item that you can teleport to your hands or bring back to you at any distance or anything like that?
I believe so.
He does this big groan. Didn't want to deal with this bullshit today. All right. And he like reaches down below and pulls out like this stack of paperwork and like thuds it onto the table. Start at section 1, fill it out.
Okay. How long are we gonna be here for this?
At least an hour.
Okay.
While he's doing
In
that,
character.
can I walk into the city and just kind of look around, maybe find a tavern?
Yeah, so just player to DM, is anyone here trying to hide any silver things on the possession, not turn them in? Real quick. No, I'm gonna take your word of honor. Cool. Beautiful. All right.
Hey,
Charles will be here in
is
5
coming.
minutes.
Nice.
Sure, he'll be
For
happy.
flavor, we could always have Charles stay behind with Dusty.
He's-
Yeah, like Charles is there. I mean, he has history with like paperwork and noble stuff, so he's probably checking everything, reading the paperwork for you, and being like, Dusty, no, you don't need to sign that.
Yeah.
That's how the nobles get you. You're signing a payment fee. It's optional.
Dude, I went to college. I know what it's
Um,
like to be screwed by paperwork.
I played Matthew Azure Magic. I know what it's like to get screwed people with paperwork.
No, you got screwed by paperwork.
No. I screwed the paperwork. No, I'm kidding.
Both happened. Both happened. The succubus incident.
Anyways, so while Dusty, you're filling that paperwork out, and a lot of it is just like basically waivers or like agreement saying, hey, I'm not an asshole who's going to sneak this in and kill everyone with it.
Mm-hmm.
To summarize it, there's a lot of like checks and balances they do. Like you're susceptible to have it randomly checked. You're susceptible to random zone of truth spells, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. For everyone else who's going into the city of Plenilium, English words are hard today for me, I swear. Plenilium.
That's not English.
And it's not English, no. Do you know what language it is?
Latin?
Yeah, it is. Do you know what it's Latin for?
I can't remember.
It's a number, I'm pretty
Is-
sure.
You can figure it out without Googling it.
Well, it's
You
Plennium.
win a prize.
It's Plennium, so it's a part of Millennium. Does it mean 10,000?
Nope.
Is it a number?
Nope.
Oh.
No, I think it has something to.
Hmm.
Anyways, while you're thinking about all that, as you guys go into the city itself, you leave this big marbled courthouse-looking structure. And keep in mind, this is a very large place because you think there's people delivering supplies through these portals as well, of cargo and carts and animals and things like that. Luckily for you guys, you're just people without any like baggage or luggage, so you can kind of just walk on through, around. It's nice and easy for you all. And you arrive in the city itself, and it's pretty active. Right now, it is still morning, so there is a shadow over the city from the mountains. But you can kind of tell here in probably like an hour or two, the sun will finally rise over the mountain range. So the city is nice and cool. It is it's temperate, but like it feels like it's kind of hard because not everyone lives in the same areas of the world. But it feels like a nice spring day, basically, temperature wise. Nice and cool t-shirt and shorts for most people, maybe a pair of pants for those who don't like the cold. And as far as the people, race-wise, you see a good mixture. Almost like the convergence in terms of the variety of races. You see humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, you see Gnazis, you see furbolgs, you see a good range of races. Sorry, no Loxodonts. Those aren't part of the normal pool. But for everyone else, you can see other races. It's kind of weird seeing such a wide variety of races. But as you look closer at all these people, you can kind of see what's the word I'm looking for? Similarities. You see people with extra hair. You see people with longer ears. You see people with more of a elongated face, almost like a short snout. You see fangs hanging out over people's lips. You see people with pointed fingernails. See people with longer limbs, things of that nature that mimic.
Furry town.
Yeah. Basically, it's Furry Town.
My guess for Pleniluna, I can't speak, Plenilium, or whatever the word was, is something to do with the sun?
You're close.
The moon. It's something to do with the moon then. I can't remember. I know it because I took a fucking astronomy class and we had to do all the Latin terminology.
Are these
Your
phases of the
moon-
moon?
They are, yes.
I
Yeah.
was wondering if it was. I thought it was. It's not. It's full moon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's full moon. Yeah.
Full moon.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's plenty. It's
Yeah.
plenty lunar.
Yeah.
So
No new moon. I believe this is crescent moon, and then Demi is. I believe Ensenada is waxing crescent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do I win the prize?
Yeah, I'll give both of you inspiration points.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit! Seriously? Sweet.
Yeah. You work together on it, so I'll give both of you. Semi Diata is the waxing half moon, and Demi Diata is the waning wax moon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all moon related.
Like as soon as I realized it spent little horn, I'm like horn moon shapes.
Yeah. So like when Willard posted that video, it's like we like the moon. I'm like, oh, you have no idea, son.
When
Charles!
See, my guess was like I saw novolunium, and I was like, okay, I know novolunium is a moon term, so maybe plenilunium was sun. And I was like, no, but it's still lunium. So I was like, it's something to do with either the moon or the sun. So.
Yeah. So cool. Hugo, you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Wonderful. So just to catch you up, you guys just got to the facette for Lunaria. And right now they're doing a security check on you all because silvered items are banned on the facette unless you have a good reason to. You all have been deemed not worthy to keep your silvered items on you. Dusty's filling out paperwork for his sickle that he thinks he can't part with, like it's attuned to him and things like that. So he's filling out paperwork for that. Are you going to try to sneak your weapons in or talk your way out of this? Is there anything you're going to do with that?
Yeah, I think he can try to like talk them into it, but if he can't, he will just give them his weapon.
Give me a persuasion check and give me an idea of what you're trying to, like, what are you saying to them?
He will probably just say, "Oh, it's I just keep this in case we have an encounter with like undead or demonic creatures. It's not very frequent, but it's in case something bad happens. Just to have something to protect myself and my companions."
Yeah, give me a persuasion check, please. 11. So the guard hears your spiel while Dusty's filling out some paperwork, and he's like, "I'm sorry, sir. It is policy, no silvered items unless it's for a mission or a duty, or there's a rift that opens up that requires silvered weapons. I'm going to ask you to turn yours in. You will get them all back when you leave. They will be tagged with your numbers and things like that."
Okay, sure, no problem. And he just gives his short sword.
Okay, just a real quick DM to player. Are you going to try to sneak anything in at all, or nah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so you turn all your weapons in. Okay, cool. All right. And as I was explaining to everyone what the city looks like, it's a very wide range of races, like very much like the Convergence, except they all have signs of being a were creature. So extra hair, longer ears, fangs, etc., etc., etc.
Furry
There's
town.
a lot of it's furry town. Andy turned this creative facet of werebeast into furry town. Yeah, basically.
Have you ever seen Fool's Gold, the campaign?
Yes.
I've heard of it actually. It's on YouTube. Keep recommending it to me.
It's
really funny. Dingo Doodles does an illustrated version of their campaign.
Okay.
It's nice because it's digestible. It's only like 20-minute episodes at best.
Nice.
Yeah. But literally they're like, the DM made this super cool town where everyone's part animal and like there's a whole lore and reason for it and stuff, and we all came and we were like, furry town. That's why I keep saying it.
Furry Town. We gotta do a Funky Town cover now with Furry Town.
So an hour later, Dusty, you get done with your paperwork. It's very grueling, very long. And it summarizes basically you're not allowed to use that weapon at all while here.
Okay. Crossbow it is.
So you guys are in the city. What would you guys like to do?
While Dusty's doing all that, can I try to find a greenhouse representative at all?
So this facet does have representatives for each house. Just simple little like building and stuff, just like the other facets. So you're able to find the greenhouse one. There's no winter storm to look through or around. There's nothing like that. So it's very easy to find them. You can see all of them are right next to each other with big flags and things like that. So you walk on over. Sitting at the desk would be a very I don't want to say scaly looking. What's the right word? So you ever seen like medical documents with like people using fish scales to like repair burnt skin?
I have
Seen something
not.
like that? Okay.
Sounds cool.
So it is. So yeah, but I was hoping to use that as a visual. So you would see a dwarf with patches of scales all over him.
Hey, good day.
So his beard though is untouched. It's still immaculate as all dwarves have. And he sees you walking over. He just it's like, what can I do for you, lass?
First off, lad.
Oh, lad.
But,
Sorry, I was thinking of you, Andy. My bad.
no worries. I was wondering if you could give me any information on the swamps on this facet. It's my first time here, and we're heading there for helping one of the tribes down there. I was just wondering if there's any dangers I should be aware of.
Which swamps are you going to?
Do I know that it's the southern one?
Yeah, you do.
To the south.
And you're looking for information about there. Well, come to the right place. He smiles. Can I see your badge, please?
I will pull out my greenhouse badge.
Okay. He nods. All right, rank 2. Interesting. And he's like, one moment, I'll be right back. And he slides out of his chair and waddles all in. And
I'm so proud of his little tier 2 greenhouse badge. He's like, yes, I made this, I earned this.
So a few moments go by, you guys are all waiting and you're watching the people go by. And about like 10 minutes later, he comes on back out. He's like, all right, what all do you want to know exactly?
Just what we should be aware of traversing down to the southern swamps. Any dangers, anything interesting we can keep an eye out for?
The big thing to keep an eye, the big danger is there's no road. Once you get to the start of the swampy area, it's completely unkept due to how there's nothing good there. There's no solid land to build buildings on. There's no really resources out there. Maybe some like mushrooms and weird swamp flowers and things like that. So it's very wild, very unkept. So be careful with that. A few of tribes are out there of the werebeasts like myself who just don't want to socialize with the rest of us and be part of a community. So they may see you there as a hostile person. So just be careful with that. Don't kill all of them if you can. That'll be frowned upon, especially if they're one of the rare were species.
Of course, if we can peacefully either negotiate or whatnot.
He sees here. Yes, Dusty. Very similar to that. If you're looking for anything interesting, there is an herb that grows down there that the greenhouse is interested in.
Really? What is it, and what does it look like?
It's called Lunaria flowers. They only bloom, though, during full moons is the problem.
I see. And we wouldn't happen to know if there's a full moon soon.
He kind of like leans over his desk and looks down the road, and you guys have seen it, but you kind of ignored it up to this point. There's a big obelisk in the town square area, and you can see on it is the stone is slowly shifting. It's very slow moving, but it is shifting. Maybe like, every minute an inch of stone is moved. kind of like squints his eyes. He's like, I think we're due for one next week, it looks like.
All right. Well, if it'll probably take us some time, but if I happen to see any, I'll definitely make sure to pick some up.
He nods. Yeah. It's nothing super important if you can't get some. We have people dedicated to going to the swamps up north and scourging around for some.
Of course.
So.
Of course. But good to know regardless. Are there any other interesting things I could potentially pick up while I'm out down there?
Nah, not really, no.
All right. Of course. Thank you very much for your help. And dangers, do you know of anything other, like, I was doing some research, I know there's some, it just simply said creatures that could be dangerous.
Oh,
Alligators,
other than the, right, he's like, yep, gators and plant monsters, things like that. I mean, it's a wild area, uninhabited, there's no telling what's out there, but from what most people say when they go out there, it's those types of things. Just as always, stay away from the edges. You'll be fine, I think.
All right. Thank you very much for all your help.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it. And what was your name again?
My name, the DM didn't come up with one because it's a random NPC. It's Dunark.
Dark. I'm Phoenix. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Yeah, you guys have fun up there. Don't die.
That's always the goal. And I will take my leave.
Uh-huh. Right, anyone else exploring the city?
Am I still like in paperwork during this time frame?
No, you just finished.
Ugh, God, haven't had that long to report since my thesis. So Charles, you got anywhere? You got anywhere you need to go, Charles?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Well, let's go get the others and get on our way to Bogtown.
Awesome. I did, once we regathered, Phoenix will say, I asked the greenhouse representative about any dangers down there, and he did mention some creatures, plant monsters, gators, and the like. He also mentioned there's some were creatures that prefer solitude that live out there, and that if we are to encounter them, we should not harm them if possible.
Okay.
But they may see us as a threat, as intruders or the like, perhaps there to harm them. So if we do come to blows with anyone, we should attempt to peacefully end the conflict at all costs.
Well, we're certainly at a disadvantage without our silvered weapons.
Well, technically I still have mine, but I'm just not allowed to use it.
Well, I mean, it could possibly
Effectively, you're without it.
as simple as exiting what they deem their territory, or it could be as complex as having to
I don't think
knock them
yeah.
out.
I don't think you're helping me, really. I agreed not to use it. Nothing said anything about you guys.
No. Thanks, we'll say immediately.
Yeah, while I was reluctant to part with my weapon, I'm not going to skirt around that. It's understandable why they have that policy in place. I have concerns, but I get it.
I'm just saying, as a last resort, it's there.
As a last resort, certain. But it would have to be the last resort.
I don't agree with this, but
Yeah, I think
No
we have
point
other ways to defend ourselves without using silver weapons.
exactly.
That being said, the last resort would be a good name for a pub.
All right, let's make our way. I also might take a look around. There's a plant that the greenhouse is interested in that grows around there. I'm capable of detecting plants myself, so I might be able to help find some. Apparently they only bloom during the full moon, though, so Phoenix is going to take a look at the obelisk and try to determine exactly, like, so he can try to, like, memorize how many days it would be till a full moon.
It said it was a week.
So if we're here for a week, then I will keep an eye out for those. What do you think?
And thinking of what Dusty said, actually, and I look at the rage potion that's in my medal, it's like, well, Phoenix, if you ever decide to open an alchemy shop with what you make, you could probably call it the last resort.
Beyond the last, okay, some of mine have side effects that make them a little less, like you want to grab them right away, but I'd hardly say they're the last resort.
Just something to think about for the future, and, credit to Dusty on this one,
Post-campaign, Fennec starts a shop called The Last Resort.
And it turns out it's just spa.
Hey, it's better than starting a brothel called Check for Traps.
Mine was roll for perception.
So cool.
Alright, to the bog we go. Or do we have anything else we didn't do in town?
I don't think there's anything else per se.
Unless we need a special equipment for the swamp, no?
We
How
stocked
many
up.
miles would you say this swamp is?
Miles? That's a good question. Many.
Okay. Because detect plants is a 5-mile radius.
It's more than 5 miles, that's for sure.
So I'm definitely gonna probably try that at some point while we're in the swamp, because it's a ritual.
Yeah, and Hugo, while you weren't here, we went shopping looking for like bug repellent, and I bought a number of jars of it. They'll last a day. I believe I bought enough for. Yeah, that's right. I bought enough so that each party member has 4 days worth.
Okay. Just don't give bug repellent to Phoenix. We saw what happened last time.
Phoenix does not want your bug spray. As soon as you missed it, as soon as bug repellent was mentioned, Phoenix went, no bug repellent. We do not need bug repellent.
Well, okay, the rest of us could have it for 5 days at least.
Yeah,
It's
enjoy getting malaria, in the swamp.
It's apparently just something that doesn't kill bugs, so Phoenix is okay with it, because it's just a simple salve that keeps bugs away.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're not saying that. Okay.
Do we know the tribe? Like which tribe we're going down to go find right now?
Bullywug tribe.
Okay, the bullywug tribe. I see that.
Well, I
All
suppose
right.
it's better to deal with were-frogs than, say, were-gators or some such.
I feel like that's racist.
I mean,
if
which would you rather look at? The big bulging eyes or the big sharp teeth?
if lycanthropy is a
No, that's-
disease,
no,
isn't
no,
it more?
Definitely racist.
Yeah. But if lycanthropy isn't a disease, isn't it more albiest?
First of all, it's pronounced ableist. And secondly, it's just a matter of, besides, it's not racist because that depends on what race they were before they were infected. But this is a silly conversation. This is a silly conversation. We got a place to be. And I'm going to be missing my silver glaive.
Everyone has something to complain about.
Speak for yourself. I'm fine.
Says Phoenix, who's complaining about bug spray.
No, Phoenix is complaining about the fact that he doesn't want to disturb the natural order ever again.
Right. What are you saying, Gork?
Oh yeah, I was just going to say, Hugo, also, those jars of repellent were expensive, so if if it's possible, I'd like to be reimbursed from the party fund. It costs 200 gold.
Man, where's Q gonna find that in France?
I also just disagree with that because if we wanted to have spent the party fund on it, we should have all agreed upon spending the party fund on it.
I mean, I don't have to be fully reimbursed for it. I just would like to have some reimbursement because it is for the party.
Yes, it makes
wouldn't
sense
have
to
wanted
need
to-
party fund for it.
I wouldn't have wanted to spend the party fund on it, is all.
Well, how does everybody else feel? You know,
Yeah, for me it makes sense.
How much of the party fund?
I spent 200 gold on all of it. Like I said, I don't need to be reimbursed for all of it. I would just at least like to
Yeah.
soften the blow.
We have like 350 gold on party fund now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
I think we can give you. Yeah, we can give you a good part of a good chunk of it.
Why don't we do half then?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Why don't we do half then, like 100 gold?
That's fine with me. You know, I'll take 100 now, and if the party fund goes over 300 again, then I'll ask for the other 100.
I just think that's unreasonable, but that's my personal opinion.
I will let you change on or I will change it myself. I mean, don't forget we still have a lot of gemstones we can sell. So I think you can take the 200s right now if you want.
I'll just take the 100 for now.
Okay, and once we sell everything, you can take the rest.
Tell you what, how about instead of that, what I proposed before, once the party fund gets over, say, 450, then I'll take the other 100. That way there'll still be a substantial amount left.
Okay, I will write it in party fund too. At
Thank you.
100.
I believe we're gonna be. If we're gonna be in a swamp, should we have some kind of equipment to kind of traverse the swamp a little bit easier, or are we just gonna go through it?
I feel like the greenhouse would have said it to me if we needed something to traverse.
Okay.
You would
All
not
right.
know.
Well, then let's head on down.
All right, off you go. Going down the road for the first day up until you reach the edge of the swamps where the road ends. It's pretty mild. There's not too much going on, in all honesty. As you guys had traversed, the sun would finally rise over the mountain range, and it would take many hours for it to eventually set once again. The roads are very lightly trafficked, probably almost as light as black snow. Not a lot of people leaving their cities or traveling between areas. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing crazy about it. And then you guys camp out for the first night, so I need camping stuff.
Same order as usual.
Preferably, yes.
Okay, I believe that's Gwilric first, then Phoenix, then Dusty, then Caius and Charles.
Mhm.
Right. Have to ask. Can smell factor into this watch check?
It wouldn't be smart, no,
Okay.
because you can see further than you can smell.
Gotcha. We're on the edges of the swamp. I'm slightly distracted by the bugs that are starting to show up.
Bugs are very light right here, that's for sure.
Loving the swamp music.
I mean,
Pretty
we're in a
good.
swamp.
It's perfect.
Mhm.
Cool. Glorg, for the first night, you don't see anything like you just said. So you wake up the next person. Who's on next shift?
That'd be me.
Hi, me.
Perception. And we can't give. I can't remember. Sorry, it's been a while. We can't give guidance on our perception checks, can we?
No, because it's over a course of many hours.
Okie 13.
13. Well, 13, the camp for the night goes fairly well. There's no crazy happenings, no swamp vine monsters coming to visit you or anything like that.
He's definitely a little anxious, I'm not gonna lie. He's kind of like a little jumpy at different things. Like, last time I was on watch at a swamp jungle-ish place, ooh.
Mm-hmm. But luckily for you, nothing happens that night. Keep a strong, watchful eye out, and yeah.
Wake up Dusty.
Yeah, you wake up Dusty. Dusty, you're on duty.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm up. Yeah.
12. And the moon is at its highest peak for you during the night, but nothing abnormal happens, and you sleep perfectly fine. Or you have a perfectly fine watch. Occasional noises of bugs from the swamps kind of buzzing around, kind of give you a little bit of a weird feeling, I'm sure, but that's about it. And then it's Caius or Charles? Who's next?
Both. They're together.
Usually
Oh,
we
they do the last
together,
shift. Yeah. All right, both of you give your perception checks. And both of you watch. So you don't watch sunrise. What ends up happening is the sky and area around you slowly just gets brighter as the sun starts rising in the west, where the mountains block it. So you don't see a sunrise actually. You just the area just gets brighter slowly. It's kind of weird, not seeing a sun, but the area does get brighter. But yeah. So it is morning. Nothing happened other than the occasional, like, wild, like, rat or rabbit or something like that. Maybe a bird or two flying around. Seems eerily peaceful.
Also, for flavor, whenever Phoenix is resting and not on watch, Fiametta is just hanging out with whoever's on watch. Except Gwilrick, because she knows Gwilrick doesn't like her.
Did you just misgender Phoenix? You said she.
No. Fiametta.
Fiametta is a she.
Fiametta is a
Oh,
she.
Okay, I thought you were. Okay.
Yep. But it is morning. And you guys are ready to head into the swamps, right?
Yeah. Let's go. So, how do we find the Bullywug tribe?
I was just about to ask that question. What do you guys need to find them?
Let me just look up the description of this spell for a second. Because I can locate animals or plants.
They are people. Unfortunately, they do have a soul.
People are
I
animals.
was just checking if it said creature, but it does say beast.
Mm-hmm.
Do they keep
Yeah,
pets?
well,
people are.
Here, it says, you learn the direction and distance of the closest creature or plant of that kind.
It says name a specific type of kind of beast or plant. So it does say that first.
Are werewolf considered beasts?
No, they are not.
I think it's beast as in a monster type.
Yeah, it's a monster type beast, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I was. They're probably monstrosities, if anything.
I should have asked about locating them, come to think of it. Well,
Are the
what we-
best at preparation.
What we can do is, if they're druidic, I can try to look out for druidic symbols.
I think we can also look for general signs of civilization.
We'll just have to traverse as much as we can.
Hopefully they'll have some sort of
like-
marker of their territory.
Yeah, some marks, some like cut trees, anything.
Alrighty, you guys getting to work?
I'll look around for like a trail, like a disturbed, because it's a swamp. I feel like I could maybe find some footsteps.
I'm gonna also look for trails and druidic signs.
Alrighty, give me checks related to what kind of actions you are doing.
Would that be perception or survival for me?
Survival with you and Caius, yeah.
I think investigation for me.
I'll give myself guidance.
Yeah, we'll do investigation for you, and then yes, guidance.
Yeah, good Charles.
16. I
And
finally
what are you
found out
looking
how guidance
Charles,
modifier.
exactly?
Just any signs, like maybe like of I won't say human, but human activity. You know, like maybe like some like place that could indicate like a path that's often taken, like maybe some cut trees, some marks, some indication of anything.
Gotcha. Cool. So, as the three of you work together to find some sort of path that people take, something like that, Charles, you would notice a high area in the swamp that's above all the water where you guys can safely walk through.
Would he like? Would he be
Like a
able to
bridge?
conclude like it's maybe some sort of road or something?
Say that one more time.
Would he be able to conclude that it's a road or something?
Not a road for sure, but definitely out of where you guys are at, that's probably the best area to walk on and avoid the swampiness. It seems like a
Path of
No,
least resistance.
Yeah, some path in the forest.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we should continue here. We should have something at the end of it. Maybe some village or something.
Do I see any druidic symbols, markings, or any like traverse trail myself?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, I thought that's what I made my survival check for.
No. I thought you said sorry. I thought you said something else. I think I misheard.
The modifier is the same.
Caius.
If you want me to keep the roll, the modifier is the
We
same.
can keep
otherwise
the
I'll-
roll. Oddly enough, you don't see any druidic symbols right here, right now.
Interesting.
So,
Tribes typically mark territories and whatnot. Odd if they are.
As we travel, I'm going to be on the lookout for markers that seem to have religious symbology, whether it be established gods or not.
give me a perception check, please.
Okie dokie. Damn!
Wonderful. Are you guys walking into the swamp now?
Yeah, I assumed we were walking through the swamp this whole time, kind of thing.
Gotcha. In that case, you guys are walking through the swamp, following the high road that Charles found. And you guys are walking through. Every now and then, your feet make the little sounds of the mushy, muddy ground, but no one sinks in. There's no quicksand, nothing like that. Gork, you definitely have a weird time traveling through here, being so heavy, but at the same
I'm
time,
slightly shorter than normal, or at least I appear to be.
yeah.
How bad are the bugs?
The bugs, yes, I was getting to that. Hold one moment.
So sorry.
No, you're good. Thank you for reminding me. Because I almost probably forgotten. The bugs are pretty bad here. Not jungle bad, but definitely like you hear them more than you see them and feel them. Cicadas are the noises is just very loud and almost deafening here. Occasionally you get like a bug flying on you and stuff, but definitely not like the jungle by any means. It's definitely what's the word I'm looking for? Annoying, but not over pressing towards distracting.
So we wouldn't have any negative effects if we didn't use the bug stuff.
As far as you know,
We probably should still apply it because we're going to be going deeper in.
Yeah. And you don't want to get bitten by mosquitoes and get some disease, so just keep them to be sure.
So we each use one use of our bug be gone.
all right, you use some bug be gone.
Yep. 1 use out of 4.
Splendid.
Do we only have to use one, like, for the whole group?
No, per person. It's you put it on you, and
Okay.
it only works for like a dozen feet or so. So unless you guys are going to be all huddled up together in a nice tight group, probably best to have one for each.
Okay.
Yep.
All right,
That's why I
mark
bought
off one of those. All right.
Cool.
Phoenix is going to keep an eye out for druidic symbols as well as dangers.
I need everyone to roll me a flat d20.
It's always concerning to hear.
But exciting.
Oh, that's a nice little 3 there.
The question is it good to be high or low?
9 in the middle.
You guys are all traversing through the swamp, picking the areas that have the highest elevation out of the murky water. If you guys ever tested, the water seems to be about waist deep, maybe a little more like thigh deep for Gorlick, but for everyone else seems to be like waist deep. So if you need to go through the water, it will be difficult terrain. But you guys are traversing through the swamp.
Should me and Gwilrick take the lead?
1 in front,
Where-
1 in back.
Yeah, one front.
I'll take
Okay.
the
Maybe
rear
Charles
because
second.
yeah, I'll take the rear because I'm bigger. It will be hard to see past me.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Charles be after, so Charles after Caius. In
Phoenix
case
and Dusty
something
always.
happen, and yeah, Finn, Kiss and Dusty after, and Gwil to close the way.
Well, Gloric might have to move. So that he can be in the back, but
DM, which one of these paths is the one that looks like the one that you walk on?
Any of the ones that look like you could walk on, any of the high ones right here.
Like this way?
Yeah,
or
like you
that
go this
way.
way,
Yeah,
you go
tree.
this way, go this way, go this way, this
Okay.
way.
Um,
They all look to be decently enough footing areas.
okay. I'll walk this way then.
Okay.
Following.
Phoenix will keep an eye out for dangers and druidic symbols like usual.
Right. Give me 1 second, everyone. Hold on. Sorry.
Steens. If you need to know, my passive perception, I believe, is 16.
Don't worry about the passive perception. So as you guys are walking through the bog here together, all of you would notice about right here-ish, there's something moving in the water. It's very obvious.
Wait, can you
All of you
point
notice
that
it.
again?
Right in this area right here.
I'm
Like
not getting it.
along this
Seeing
area
a
right here.
ping. I'm not seeing a ping.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
on
I'm
the-
not seeing it.
oh, that's funky. It's on a layer. Can you see it now? No. How about now?
I think
Damn,
there it
yeah.
is.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
In this like general area right here, it's moving in this direction. Actually, it's moving from the top right to the bottom left, as if towards you all.
Can I make out what it is?
No, you see, there's a very large moving thing in the water. What do you guys do?
Guys, there's something in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Still moving ever
Oh, my
so
God.
towards you guys.
Ch-
Could be a gator, but it could be a friendly. We never know.
yeah. Charles will just take his crossbow out in case something happens.
Phoenix is just
Why?
gonna, like, duck a little bit behind this tree. Just a little
All right,
bit.
everyone
and
stop.
qu-
Everyone stop.
Oh, and question DM, by the way.
Yes.
Did they take my silvered bolt?
Yes, they would have. Yes.
Okay.
All right, everyone needs to stop right where they're at. Let me clear this out. Hold on 1 second. Don't do anything. All right. Now you guys can roll for initiative as I describe what's going to happen here. You all obviously saw this thing coming towards you guys, and you were all very suspicious of it. Even Charles readying his crossbow to fire at something if it's a threat. Caius, I need you to give me a athletics check, please, as a giant, or not giant, a creature bigger than Gloric, but not giant, leaps out of the water and tackles you. And I will describe the creature here in one moment.
Wait a minute. Green? I gotta check something real quick.
What a ball.
Okay.
Where was
Forgot
it?
about the classification system.
You would see a humanoid creature with greenish, rubbery hides, with wicked-looking claws and a large lower jaw, burst out of the water, and just come at you.
Does a 20 save me?
A 20 does, so it flies out, and you feel like it's trying to like knock you into the water on the other side, but you're able to like firm your stance down and hold it off from pushing you in and grappling you, and you're able to push it off, and it lets out this like high-pitched scream, and combat is going to start after I roll initiative for the creature.
Oh shit, it's dark green. It's actually a boss fight.
Can I use a reaction to shoot at it?
Yes, you did have a reaction ready, so go ahead and do that for me.
Yes.
That's a
Perfect.
miss. It was a warning shot!
Yes.
Phoenix, it is your turn. What do you do?
This thing looks terrifying.
That's why I picked the image.
This is a nice time. Holy shit!
What are you holy shitting?
That's Fenix holy shitting the thing.
Oh, okay.
This thing.
Its existence, yeah.
What do I have prepared? What do I have prepared? Okay, not bad. I mean, I could just.
Yeah, not appropriate. Let's see. Combat music for a swamp.
Oh, look up Hunt Showdown music.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice. I have Game of Thrones playing in the background, and I just noticed that it's the Mountain and the Viper. Oh,
Nice. That's kind of fitting. What are you doing, Phoenix? It is your turn. What do you do?
I'm just trying to decide between two concentration spells.
You're like, 1 moment, big giant monster, please. I'm trying to pick a spell.
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Moonbeam
Alrighty.
as my action.
There wasn't any paperwork for that.
There wasn't
Yep.
any paperwork for that.
Which square are you putting it on? The top left, bottom left, top right, bottom right?
It's a 5-foot radius, so I'll put it right here.
So ping one more time for me.
Right here.
Bottom right. Okay, cool. Thank you. Hold on 1 moment.
As Phoenix just like reaction, holy, like just calls down
That's hard to
power
see.
from the moon to beam down on this thing.
There we go. Do it right there. Boop. Cool. There's your moonbeam token.
And so it automatically needs to make a con save now.
It does.
DC is 14, not 12, because this fucking spell thing never updates.
Con save. 18.
Okay, so it takes half of 2d10. Moonbeam. Ka-chow. Wow. Wow.
So it takes half.
Yep.
There's radiant. Okay, cool. -3. Is that your turn?
And then I have no bonus actions. Chew. Next.
Right. Cool work. Yep. Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Am I?
No, here you go.
Was I muted during that? I thought
I heard it. I heard the start of it, and then you were quiet. I don't know if your mic just had a spasm or what.
Something must have jostled the switch. Anyway, so yeah. Okay. I did not want to click that. Okay. Sorry. I will. I'm gonna run up over there. Closer than I'd like, but still, I will attack it.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
You know what? Well, no, I'll just make this regular. So yeah, rage.
20 hits. 10 slashing. Wonderful. Is Nagomo doing his thing?
Yes. Yeah, actually, whereas before I shouted the name, I just shout, you all hear me shout a word in Luxodon.
I'll do that. I like that one. So he's disadvantage all attacks against creatures other than you, correct?
Yes, and if he manages to hit a creature other than me, it's half damage.
Got it. Cool.
Let's go.
Nice. Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Now I gotta give it a Nagomo like a grandfather voice, I think. Yeah, Sonny, we're back in my day.
You don't.
Anyways. Charles.
Yes.
Big giant swamp monster.
Yes. Can I move around here?
Yes you can.
Okay. Here he goes. And I will just take out his blade and try to stab this monster
Go for it.
right in the back. So planking with Bellicus.
21 hits.
Perfect.
Oh, wait, that's perfect.
The tragic double ones on the sneak.
Yeah, that's still an extra +2.
Oh yeah.
So as it's the Scrag's turn,
It makes a con save again.
is it start of his turn or end of his turn?
On the sword.
It starts its turn.
Yep. Starts his turn there. Okay, go into the con save.
It succeeds, but it takes half damage.
Yep. Go
Moonbeam.
for it.
Come on, load, buddy. He takes half of 12, so 6.
Okay. So you see the beam of light hurt him, but then you see some of his wounds start to heal. So, you can see water running up his legs and flowing over the wounds. Surrounded, moonbeams, and a grandfather giving him a lesson about candy. He lets out a horrible screeching sound and he's going to attack Gwilrick first. He's going to lash out with his claws. So 15 hit you.
And I'm going to hit him as he does so.
All right, you can go for a hit him. Yep, go for it. Use your reaction for that. 18 does hit.
Fire.
Okay, fire.
Wait, no. Actually,
No?
let's do necrotic, actually.
Necrotic damage. Alrighty. He's still going to get his attack off and get the damage on Gwilrick. 10 slashing to you, Gwilrick.
Reduced to 5.
Yep. And as he flashes at you and blood covering his claws, he's going to take it and lick them. And then he's going to just smile and then reach out with his jaw to go out and try and bite you.
Oh, goody. This thing's intelligent.
Does 24 hit you? Yes, he rolled with advantage. He seems to be now solely focused on Gwilrick at this point. 14 piercing, so 7.
Yep.
So Dusty, it is your turn.
Can I tell, seeing that water on his leg, can I tell if this creature is plant-based or purely physical?
You can use your action to make a check. Do you wish to do that?
I would like to make a check on that.
What kind of check would you like to make?
Would it be a nature check, I guess?
If you're trying to see if it's a plant or not, yes, it would be.
Or would it be investigation? Like, I'm trying to figure out if...
It'd be nature. It'd be nature.
Okay. There's nothing. I'm gonna use my advantage.
Oh.
You have no... what'd you say?
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
You can use your
I
inspiration.
need to know this. 9.
With a 9, you don't see any obvious signs of plants on it. It is scaly. It is green. It has clawed hands. For as far as you can tell, it looks like some type of monstrous beast.
Okay, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna see what tail I get.
Use your bonus action. Got it?
Yeah.
Computer, roll me a 1d6.
Okay, a 5. What's 5 again? 5 is...
We have a College of Whispers bard in our other campaign, and did you know it actually takes an action to bestow the tail onto someone?
Does it?
Wait,
It does. It's a bonus action to roll and an action then to bestow the tail.
Oh, well, there we go.
Mine says it acts as your bardic inspiration.
Yeah, but then you have to use an action. Put the description in the chat. I can show you where it says it. We just discovered this in our last session.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
Retain the tail in mind until you bestow the tail's effect or you fit. It just says you retain the tail in mind.
Is
Okay,
it whispers or is it spirits? Andy?
It's the same as whatever, Dusty is, I believe.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no,
You can use an
she's
action
right.
to choose
She's
one
right.
creature. Yeah.
I usually
Yep.
do it in one turn, so we don't think about it.
Yeah, that's true. He does.
Yeah.
That's fine, but we know now. But you got the tail ready to roll. You got 5.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. We can send it to Gwilrick.
All right. That's your turn, right?
Yep.
Caius.
All right.
Shit up, Caius.
We're gonna move Bellicus over here. That's flanking, right?
He's going to be walking around into the water.
That's cool. He can take it. Does I still get advantage?
Okay. Yeah, you do get flanking, yes.
Okay, cool. Then we're gonna hit him. Hopefully.
21 does hit, yep.
All right.
Necrotic still?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna unleash Incarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him again.
20 hits.
Then we're gonna Action Surge.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him again.
That hits.
And one more Unleash Incarnation just to...
And that misses.
Okay, alright. Well, that's it for my turn.
This frag made a mistake in targeting me.
Phoenix.
Phoenix is going to use his action to summon Pierrot.
Where?
He's gonna come right here. So he's flanking with Wilric.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to need the Scrag to make a dex save.
Scrag will make a dex save. Be a 12.
A 12 fails, so he takes... Is it 2d6 for this? 2d6. He'd actually appear here, by the way. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
dragging him spot. Just so that the creature's the only one within 10 feet of him. 2d6. Sorry, trying to get used to this new interface. Wow! That's improbable. Nice. That's some fire damage he takes. Two fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pierrot is going to move. Actually, he's going to first. Phoenix will use his bonus action to command Pierrot to flame seed attack the Scrag.
Yep.
Which he will do. Flame seed. Come on. It's always the first attack on Pierrot's sheet. Freezes. There we go. 22 to hit. For 3 fire damage, because I rolled another 1. It's improbable.
But not impossible, darling.
Exactly. And then he will move up to flank.
Dice don't have memory spans.
Does the fire look like it's affecting the Scrag a little differently?
Yes, it
Would
does.
be worse. Okay, I'll take note of
Not
that.
more
Is it
damage, but definitely does seem to be doing something to it. Does not. It seems to be shying away from the fire.
Okay.
Fire. And that's my turn.
Right, will work.
Question about the potion of earthly range. It says to roll a die equal to a number of qualifiable targets. Does that mean I would have to roll a die for not just the Scrag, but every party member, and the result is the one I lock onto?
Correct.
Wait, I thought it says enemies, not just
No,
allies.
it's everyone. It's everyone that's within eyesight when you drink the
Oh
potion.
man, that makes the potion way less good.
But the idea is to use it whenever, like, you put Gwilric in a room, or he's by himself, or around a corner where he can't see you
so
guys.
it's not really worth it for this circumstance then.
No.
I am, however, I am going to shout, "Everyone get behind me!" And then I'm
No,
going to
that sounds
attack.
terrible.
Or get out of my eyesight! And, just, I will attack this. It's flanked, right?
It is flanked. Yep, Hero, yeah.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
That's a crit.
Hey!
Oh,
Nice.
Nice damage.
and yeah, that's it for me.
Excellent. Charles.
Yes. Just give a quick. Just move here first for stabbing advantage, and we'll move and try to hit this monster again.
You have advantage.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you do advantage, yeah. 23 hits.
23.
Yep.
And since Gwilric said to move, he will go a bit in the back here.
Alrighty. It is the Scrag's turn.
Con save.
You make a con save. Normal, public, blah, 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 blah.
Actually, I probably won't need to use that potion, so...
He succeeds, but he takes half.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't think you will.
Yeah.
Takes half a 7.
Guys, really.
All right.
Roll another one.
The Scrag, getting bombarded and surrounded and just overall completely fucked. It's going to do a couple of things. First off, it's going to rake its claws against Gulrick one more time. With advantage. It hits, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So 15 slashing.
Reduced to 7.
Then he is going to take the disengage action and jump into the water because someone opened up the way for him to leave.
Caius could still attack him because of Sentinel.
He can, which hits but does not kill.
But it does keep him there because of Sentinel.
It's also he
And
has
still
advantage.
disengage.
I thought Sentinel was
Right?
No.
Hold on, let me look at
Sentinel ignores
Oh,
disengage.
my bad. His movement also becomes 0, so and if he disengaged, I can still hit him.
Hold on
I
one
have,
second.
I got you.
Yep.
Oh wait, you don't have your reaction anymore because you used it when it attacked Gwilrick, right?
Thought this
No,
was
it's
a
been
new
his turn.
round.
It's been a turn. Okay, then yeah, that does that. Yeah, you keep it there.
You ain't going nowhere, son.
Caius literally just fucking grabs it like,
Oh,
"What
that's
are you
his turn.
doing?"
That's his turn. He can't do anything else. Yeah. Dusty.
Wouldn't it still be where it was before?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought I moved it back. My bad.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
also
by the way, can I hit him with fire that
25.
time too?
Yes, you can deal fire damage. Yes. I thought you
25
disarmed it.
damage.
Okay.
Baller.
I'm just gonna go.
Man.
I'm just gonna go up and try to stab it.
Yeah.
18 hits.
3 necrotic damage.
There you go.
Also rolled a 1. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dagger. It's not gonna do much anyways.
Caius.
Alrighty. I got 2 more attacks for him.
Caius just does not miss. Oh, I'm doing some math real quick. Hold on.
He's able to summon up a flanking partner.
Caius, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do you want to do it?
Oh, yes. All
You
right.
dealt one more damage than you needed to, so.
Seeing as me and Bellicus are attacking, and I am I figure he's in the water. He's gonna go low, and I'm gonna go high, and we're just gonna chop this guy in 3. Just
You take the high road, I'll take the low.
and we'll spin when we do it at the same time. It's so synchronized and beautiful. That's
That
what I
it
see.
is. Yes. And that you do, and it is dead.
All right. Us.
What the fuck was that?
Fennec's ready to keep going. He's like, holy shit! His white flames that are coming from the moonbeam slowly dissipate.
I don't know if I've said it before, but you're pretty baller.
You know, I have been training a lot of these maneuvers. It's kind of my purpose. I'm not very good at talking, but that's why we got Charles.
One of these days, we're gonna
Wow.
come against something smart enough to go after you instead of me.
Good work,
Now-
everyone.
I am a bit worried about killing just any creature that happens upon us in the swamp. I do slightly regret killing this creature, but it looked like it was hell-bent on taking Wilrick and killing him, so...
There was viciousness and intelligence. It knew what it was doing, and I don't feel sorry for it.
I agree with Caius. I enjoy that you have said that you want to take caution upon killing things, but this thing was in fact hell-bent on taking one of us down with it. I think that it's good to be cautious moving forwards, but not mourn the loss of this creature at the moment.
Should we, I'm actually gonna... It's got claws, right? DM? The creature?
Yeah, it
Can I
does.
chop
yes.
off one of its hands and keep it?
You can, yes. It's a webbed, clawed hand.
Okay.
Oh my
Very
god, it's
sinister
Goliath.
looking.
I'm not
First
sure you should keep this thing.
We had a Goliath in my first ever campaign that took a claw or ear from everything we killed.
Do you make a necklace?
No, to bring back to his fucking tribe leader to prove all the things he'd killed along his journeys so he could become a full citizen.
That's kind of what I'm going
Ooh,
for here.
nice.
Guard took
And I'm
took a
stealing this
trophy
character
off
ID.
My Gatorman Bard took a trophy off of every major creature the party killed, taking specifically claws or teeth that he dealt killing blow, and most of his equipment was made from those bits.
Ah, the
Hell
Monster
yeah.
Hunter experience.
That's cool.
All right. Well, you guys have vanquished this dangerously easy to kill monster. And you guys are in the swamp. What do you guys
Let's
do?
keep looking.
Right.
Before
guys-
we get moving, I doubt we want to rest, but can somebody with a healing kit patch me up? I've got some nasty wounds here.
Yeah, I actually have a
Hey, no,
healing kit.
don't worry about the healing kit. Here, let me just, and I'll just give you a cure wounds.
Question, can I look at the corpse of the skag?
Here you go, 12 healing.
Thank you.
Phoenix just burns away your wounds. His flames are, when he's burning away your wounds, are interesting. They've actually become more white.
I look at FedEx, I say, did you do that on purpose, or is it a new development?
This is the first time I've really used them since new development.
Cosmic joke.
I would give like a nod of like approval that like Phoenix is also getting stronger.
He gives you like a kind of shy grin, like, this is, I did something new.
Pretty sure you've used them before.
What are you looking at the
It's
corpse
still
for,
impressive.
Dusty?
I'm looking at the corpse and I'm asking, you want a piece, Jeff?
Give me a charisma check, basic charisma check.
Yeah. I learned lessons in downtime. I hope.
Dusty, the goblin voice inside of you, you can kind of hear it make a weird, it's more of a feeling. You get this weird feeling of like, why the fuck are you asking that? That's weird. Don't ask weird questions like that, weirdo.
Okay.
But yeah, I was getting to that, the thing at once. You just get this feeling of just flat out just killing things. Just wants to fight, wants to just destroy. And like, that's why it's been, mostly satisfied with you. It's because you have been fighting things. As long as you keep fighting and doing that, the goblin will be satisfied.
Oh, okay. Well, that answers that question. No cannibalism for me.
Nope.
Speaking of all that, next time we make camp, I do want to have a conversation with Dusty.
Oh no.
All right,
It's something we've talked about before, but needs more elaboration.
let's keep looking for signs of this bullywug tribe.
Right. I'll remain on lookout for potential religious symbology.
druidic symbols and dangers. And actually, not necessarily as much dangers, but trying to find signs of this tribe.
Right. Well,
Mhm.
it only takes about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours before something happens as you guys are traversing through the swamp, going deeper into it, looking for something, whatever you're supposed to be looking for. What's everyone's past perceptions again?
16.
Right. Anyone got higher than 16?
12.
I don't
Nope.
think so. Cool. Phoenix, you will notice at first, you more hear it than you see it. You hear sounds of splashing water and croaks coming towards you all.
I think someone might be approaching us, and from what the sounds of it, it might be a bullywug.
Yeah. Definitely not trying to hide itself. It's definitely getting louder and coming towards you all. And then you hear some on the other side of you. And then you hear some from in front of you. And then behind you. And they're getting closer.
We come at peace. We've come to help.
Yeah, I stand holding my glaive, straight up to be like, I am not acting aggressive, but I am willing to defend myself. That's what I'm trying to convey.
And then you guys do this, you all look around. And then coming through the thicket of the swamp area, you can see what seems to be about a dozen frog-like humanoids of various different base races. All of them seem to have slimy green skin, and where their neck would be some type of loose skin, where it looks like it could expand, and yeah, exactly like what it's doing. A very weird-looking were creature, for sure. Not as cool as werewolves.
Hello, we're from the Adventurers Guild. You asked for help. We came to aid.
Right, hold on, let me pull up my notes. Just give me 1 second. So I can give you description correctly and not get my NPCs crossed over. Excuse me.
I love frogs. They're just so cute.
So one of them kind of takes another step forward. You see he's wearing like a faded purplish tunic. As far as weapons, they all have. Hold on 1 second here. Let me find the equipment stats real quick. They seem to have mostly natural-looking weapons made of stone and wood, but some of them do have like maybe a short sword or a scimitar or something like that. A couple of bows as well. And the leader-looking figure comes up to you all and is like, "You here to help God?"
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And like his like throat expands, he lets out a croak. Fine, come.
Thank you.
Hmm?
I'll follow.
And they kind of like do like hops through the swamp, and they just go through the water and everything. They just take the straight path through. So you guys are all have to do that to follow along. And if any of you try not to follow directly, they get really like angry and like point weapons and like tell you basically you have to keep going and follow them directly. So
I
All right.
Yes.
have no reason to deviate.
like getting all wet and swampy and everything.
Oh.
All right. What are you guys doing while you guys are traveling throughout the swamp following them?
Fennec's
Trying
looking
not
around.
to die drawing.
I get the feeling that Charles would probably. I just imagine Charles piggybacking on to be like, nope, don't want to be in the muck. Don't want to be in the muck.
I mean,
Just got this
he will go through it, and as he comes out, you will see that his wonderful clothes are untouched by the oldie muddy water.
I love him.
Where's your hat? Did
Yes.
you lose it on a tree?
Still here.
Okay. I feel like if you hanging on Gorg's back, like a hat would get constantly smacked by tree branches.
I mean, he will make sure that his head doesn't go underwater, but yes, the rest of his clothes are perfect as the first day.
I would probably just be hand on sword, kind of on my shoulder, trudging through, not letting the sword be in the swamp.
Smart.
Kind of.
I do want to give a quick look to our escorts. Are they wearing any necklaces or other tokens that seem to have any sort of religious symbology?
No, they don't. They seem to have very little on them, in fact.
Okie doke.
Maybe like a couple like loincloth type things. They seem very lightly dressed and equipped. So, right, and you guys silently follow them throughout the swamp.
We'll probably try to ask their escort's name.
He'll go, Quillap.
Quillap. I'm
Quillap.
Phoenix.
And he just keeps going. As you guys go along, occasionally you guys will hear them talking to each other, which none of you understand what they're saying. Out of anyone who could maybe guess their language, actually no, never mind. I would just double check your languages list. Never mind. Ooh, I thought someone spoke something else. Yeah, no one here understands anything they're saying to any degree, as they seem to talk to one another. And you guys eventually would come to an area where there's a giant mound protruding from the ground. And in it seems to be hollowed out area along the side.
Is this your home, or where your god resides?
His home. God lives inside. Protects us.
All right. Can we meet your god?
Yes, why would take you here?
Excellent.
You guys go inside and you see maybe only another 12 people. All seem adultish for the most part, as far as you can tell. You don't see any children or anything like that around. It seems very, I don't want to say hillbilly, but like definitely like rickety wooden furniture, mats on the ground, a campfire or 3 around. As you enter the mound itself, you notice it's a lot goes down deeper underground even. And Gwillip kind of like points at you all. Go down. Let's go.
Of course.
On dry land, you can kind of see them hopping around a bit more. You can see their legs are definitely frog-like in nature. Very large webbed feet and things. And you guys would follow down. Let me kind of scroll down here a little bit. Hold on 1 second. Inside the area, you find a small rocky chamber filled with dozens of these people. However, in the side of the cavern, you would see what seems to be an enormous frog. And I have a picture. This is not 100% what it looks like right now, but this gives you an idea of what it looks like.
I should keep more Bloodborne music.
And you would see there's wooden scaffolding built up around the frog to allow the bullywugs to reach its mouth. Right now, the frog god mouth is closed and it only has one of its eyes open lazily. You don't see the tentacles. The tentacles are not there. Those aren't a part of it.
Can I make
This-
any kind of check to determine what this creature is?
You can make a nature check. Also, this thing is very large. We're talking like its mouth is the size of like a garage door. Like, it is huge.
Can I give myself guidance on this check?
Yes, you can.
Hmm.
I doubt it could swallow me whole, but
Damn.
it would be able to with a few
Oh.
chews.
It definitely could swallow all of you whole, for sure. With an 8. Phoenix, you have no idea what this thing could be.
Huh.
Have you ever read anything about anything like this, Dusty?
Can I make a history check?
You can give me a nature check.
I'll guide myself. Let's see what happens. That.
Plus guidance.
Yeah. So 14 total.
14. You remember reading books about dire creatures, and this seems kind of like that, but it's definitely too big to be a dire frog. Your best bet is something not natural.
So why is he sick? Do you guys know?
God, Gorp, name. Stopped eating weeks ago. There's been little food in swamp lately. Thought Grop was helping us by eating less, but now he don't eat at all. We even offered him a tasty person. Didn't eat.
How tasty?
Like looks and points at Caius. Tasty.
Oh, dang. That is tasty.
He's Caius is a snack.
What kind of ritual do you do usually with your god?
Say that again?
What kind
Ritual?
of ritual do you do with his god? Yes.
Ritual? No ritual. What do you mean?
Like,
He eats.
how do you pray, sacrifice? What you give to into it?
We feed him, he protects us. Since he showed up here, no bad things happen. But now, no food.
What does he eat?
Bugs, animals, whatever we want.
Has
He
he...
eats it all.
How do I phrase
What
this?
does he protect you from?
Bad things.
Such as?
Monsters, crazy people, the witch, you name it.
There's a witch.
What do you believe is the cause of your god's state?
Don't know. Weeks ago, we fed it intruders on our lands. Since then, been sick.
Do you have anything left of the intruders?
No, fed them all whole.
Ooh.
Can you describe them
Gorp
to
likes
us?
it.
Can you, describe these intruders?
Shrugs. 3 people? I don't know, didn't care. They dead, we feed them.
They were dead before you fed them?
Well, yeah, we killed them.
Mhm.
Can I try to make a medicine check or something on the frog?
Sure, I'll allow it.
I will also make a medicine check.
Okay, so you both can do that. And then Gork is going to do insight. Right, give me insight there, Gork.
Can I give myself guidance on this medicine check?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
It's like Baldur's Gate. You get the little option.
Most clicked thing in the
Right.
game.
We'll start with Caius with 8. You have no clue. You don't see any visible wounds on it from what little of it you can see. Keep in mind, it's just its head you can see. It's like built, like it's in the cavern wall completely, other than its head. And as for Phoenix, you kind of look at its eyeballs and everything. You think it might be sick with something, maybe.
Like to turn to the frog and say, "Could I do a small ritual here? Would that be all right with you? I just need to cast a spell to speak with your god."
And then Gwilric, as far as you can tell, they're pretty truthful. They just want to get their god fixed up, but you can tell they're ready. You can tell
No, I'm
that.
not inciting them. I'm inciting the frog god. I'm trying to discern its emotional state.
Oh, in that case, it seems a little tired, or not a little tired. It seems tired, maybe a little exhausted, as if it's struggling to stay awake.
Is it showing any signs of, emotional signs of starvation setting in? Because
You wouldn't be able to discern that,
okay,
unfortunately.
I'll just state he seems exhausted. It maybe he's not eating because he just simply is too tired to do so.
And Phoenix, the Quillib just says, "Fix him, do it."
I'm
Very
gonna
aggressively.
ritually cast Speak with Animals.
Alrighty, 10 minutes goes by, and the ritual is complete.
Hello, can you understand me?
As far as you can tell, the air quotes frog god does not seem to recognize what you're saying.
Can you speak to me?
There's no answer.
Seems that it's not a beast.
Okay, this could be a weird question. Has your god excreted anything since he's stopped eating?
What's that?
Shit. For piss.
Gesundheit. Shrugs. They don't know.
Okay. So
You know, it's gonna be another ritual cast for me after this.
Okay. So what is it? What's... Alrighty. 10 minutes goes by, and yes, the frog god is poisoned. Or sick with something like that.
Poisoned, not diseased.
Poisoned.
Hmm.
You know what I have prepared? And one second level spell slot. 2 second level spell slots left.
What are you going to cast?
Lesser Restoration.
Go for it. Alright, you put a hand and cast the spell.
Trying to cure the poisoned condition.
So you put your hand on the slimy, green, cold surface of this creature. And when you do so, everyone kind of tenses up when you do this, very much so, like ready to to bring down their tribal weapons and such. And you feel the spell work. You feel a poison condition leave it, but it still seems horribly sick. Actually, I'm reading my notes here. You cast a spell. The spell goes through. The frog creature opens its mouth up and lets out a terrible roar of pain.
Oh my god.
At that point, Quillib starts yelling at you, "What'd you do? You hot god, why? What'd you do?" And everyone's like, weapons are like getting closer. They're ready to start slicing and dicing.
I removed the poison from him.
Give me a persuasion check. No guidance.
Dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
can I inspire her? Or him?
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll give you an inspiration die.
So get D6.
Hmm.
1d6, you said?
Yeah, D6. I say be cool.
Remember, you could choose to roll it after you roll the main thing.
I'm gonna use it.
The 5 part of it.
The 5 is part of it, so it's 21.
Okay, cool.
That's
So
a inspiration.
the Quillib kind of hesitates hearing your persuasive words of truth. And you just glares at you. Then why is it hurt?
I don't know. Can I make a medicine check now that I'm up close?
Sure.
Dusty, can you help me with this?
Yeah, sure.
You still have detect poison disease up.
Do I still detect poison and disease on it?
You do, yes.
Wait. Aren't some frogs poison? Are bullywugs poisonous by nature?
No.
Okay, I'll make a medicine check. I will guide myself, and do I have inspiration?
If I give you another one. I mean, are we gonna rest after this?
Who knows?
Shrug. It's up to you.
Have DM inspiration.
Yeah, but that's an advantage on a roll, not the d6.
Yeah, I'm just...
Make your check, Phoenix.
I'll give her one more. Him one more. Actually,
Okay, I'm not
D6.
gonna use it until Okay, I'm not gonna use it on this roll. That's guidance on there.
Okay. The 28. As you're touching it and listening to it and stuff, I imagine it's like that scene from Jurassic Park.
Yes, exactly. It's like easy.
Like you put your head against it, it's slimy skin. You pull it back and it's like just like this snail trail. You can hear or feel or tell there's something inside of it that's causing problems.
Mr. God, you can't understand me, can you?
There's no response.
One of us needs to go inside of it.
Gorlib asks, what do you mean?
What?
There's something in him that's hurting him.
Gorlib like, go inside and make God better?
What was the last thing he ate?
The adventurers.
Perhaps we can make the frog throw up.
I feel like if he was capable of throwing up, he would have done it by now. Body will naturally try to repel anything damaging it.
Well, should we try to go
I
inside?
still have the question for the locals. I'm just saying, what was the last thing that your god, that Gorp here,
Intruders.
What kind of intruders?
Points at Caius. Intruders.
So humans?
Shrugs. People.
Does this thing seem to have teeth?
When it roared, you do see some teeth, yeah.
Frogs have teeth. They are carnivores.
Gwel's like, all right, get inside.
It will eat us.
You remove thing that hurts God? Good, go.
It would be kind of fun to be a magnificent journey and go inside, but I don't think that's how our D&D rules will work. Although technically you can reduce one of you in size.
You could always put.
The thing is, you guys are underestimating how big the head is. All of you could fit through the mouth very easily.
Oh, seriously?
I said it could eat all of you in one bite, yes.
Phoenix, what about your familiar? Would you be able to look inside?
Old family. I could try. I could resummon her. Just deadly pets. Would you forgive me?
Go inside, Quillip says. Open mouth, go inside, fix God.
Okay.
This is a Lord Jabu Jabu level, isn't it?
Yep.
Can you?
More magic school.
Can you? How would you get him to open his mouth?
We make him open mouth, you walk in, go inside, remove thing, come out.
You'll keep the mouth open.
We'll try.
Couldn't we try, if it's possible, tickling the back of its throat a bit to see if we can get it to...
I'll try with Fiametta first. Alright, open the mouth.
They bring out
You
the-
going in?
He holds up his rat and he goes, she's going to go in first.
Looks at the rat. Not feed God. Go in, remove thing from God.
I can see through her eyes.
Gives you a weird look. Give me
My
another
friend
persuasion
here is
check real
saying-
quick.
Oh.
I'll give you can have advantage from thanks to Dusty trying to say something.
Do you want an 8 or an 8?
I'll take an 8. Quillib just gets this scowl on his face. No more games. No more tricks. Go fix God.
It's not a game.
And some of the bullywugs are working to open the mouth up manually, sticking sticks in there, prying it open, and things like that. And people are raising weapons and swords, and like I said, there's easily a couple dozen people here.
I can go in.
Fix.
I'll go in.
All of you, go.
Yeah, we're going.
I don't think we should all go in at all.
I don't think we have a choice.
Do you think you could fight all these bullywugs off? We're going to, like, what, hundreds of them?
Couple dozen.
We don't have a choice here, and we're not going to harm the locals. All right, we'll go in.
Reluctantly follow.
TPK? No, I'm kidding. No. You all get swallowed up by the frog god and roll new cares. No. All right, you all are
I'm trusting the DM here.
going
so.
in inside the frog.
I've never done a Jabu Jabu level in D&D campaign.
Now you guys are at the bottom. It is very dark inside the frog god. So those of you without dark vision can't see anything. Because after you guys go in, the mouth closes.
Well,
Dear.
I'm gonna light a torch then.
Inside of this.
Give you some torchlight here.
I hope that its smooth muscles are not constricting right now.
Yeah, I hope you will not make it worse for him too.
This thing is fucking huge, so.
It is a Jabu Jabu level.
It is extremely large, yes. Like, so you guys only saw the head. You didn't see the rest of the body.
All right. All right. Can I determine where I felt the thing that needs to get out would be?
Definitely deeper, probably near the stomach area is what your best guess is. All right, everyone on
Oh damn, we should have rested at some point.
Natural. Okay, I got a natural 20 on initiative last time, so it's only fair. Balance is all things should be.
And I got a natural 20.
I can't see my tokens. Yeah.
You're at the bottom of the screen. Do you see them now?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Two nat 20s.
Nice. All right. We're going to do this real quick. Boop. Alrighty.
Into the belly of the beast.
Everyone just hold tight for real quick. Hold on 1 second here. Oh, wait.
I'm so glad I got to flex my druid skills.
Stomach
Huh.
ooze.
Oh no.
Not done yet. Hold on. Gotta do 2 more.
Holy shit.
Okay. You guys are good.
Oh man.
And then we're going to do descending order. All right. A lot of ones there. These things are as slow as Phoenix. Literally,
Wow.
Phoenix like in the middle of this slime pack. Charles, you're first. Like I said, the mouth is
He will-
closed. You have the torchlight
he
next
will-
to glow.
Yeah, he will wait and go after Gwilwick just to not go in the dark.
Oh,
Everywhere.
I forgot to mention. Inside the stomach or inside the area that you're in are occasional pools of acid, and a squishy inside. No.
It's warm and moist in here.
Warm, moist. It's squishy. Occasional drops of some type of acidicness drops down. Yeah.
Yeah, probably stings too.
All right, Phoenix will say as though this is perfectly normal. Let's find whatever's hurting this thing.
Mm.
Remind me never to come back and go on a swamp mission.
Hey, look at the bright side. At least we weren't a suppository.
Yes,
definitely prefer coming
very
in this
bright
time.
side, Dusty.
It's the brightest it gets. It's dark as shit in here.
Okay.
Well, I think you should go first, Gwilwick. It's better if you move first with that torch.
I see that the esophagus weirdly goes off in two directions. Is
I
there?
mean, one for air, one for food.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Can I feel a breathe air moving back and forth from either of those tunnels ahead?
No, because you guys aren't in the lungs. You guys are in the esophagus to go to food goes
I'm
and stuff.
trying to discern which one of those is the windpipe.
There is none. It's just you're inside of it. We're not going to get into an anatomy of this thing to make my head easier.
Okay.
It's a fantasy creature.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't walk into its lungs because.
No. You definitely down the stomach path. So.
Okay. So I just say the others. Left or right?
Left.
I guess.
All right then. I'm gonna use 20 feet of my movement to go there, and I see that thing.
Yep. You see a little pile of yellow stomach ooze that seems to be moving.
I say, "Oh, we got something weird here. Weird, gross, oozy things. Weapons up." And I will move there and ready the attack action if that thing comes close to me.
Wonderful. Dusty.
Okay.
Did we just skip Caius?
Yeah, he said he's gonna wait until after Gloric, right?
I said
Charles
this.
did.
Yes.
Yeah, Charles said.
Oh, I thought it was Kais, would you have done something else? Or what are you waiting for Gloric? What have you done?
Well, I definitely can't see in the dark, so I probably would have just moved. I think what I could have seen was like up to here,
Mm-hmm.
so that's definitely where I would have moved. And
Okay.
of course, Pelicus next to me.
Gotcha. All right. Now Dusty. Sorry about that.
Okay. Gotta move up this way. Let's see, how far was that? That is not the right thing. I wanted a line. 15 feet. I can move it farther. Move over here. And I can see that ooze. I'm gonna take a pot shot at it.
Go for it.
Can I tell it's like, wait, actually, can I tell it's foreign? Like, not part of the body?
Give me a medicine check.
Yeah.
That's your action.
Okay.
Definitely foreign. Yeah.
It's like, those things don't belong here. Kill them. And that'll be my bonus action, is directing them to kill the oozes.
Next up is Stomach Ooze number 1. Where's Stomach Ooze number 1? Stomach Ooze number 1 is way up there. So Stomach Ooze number 1 is gonna Stomach Ooze number 1. Stomach Ooze number 2 is gonna do his thing. Black Ooze number 1 is gonna do his thing. This Stomach Ooze is doing its thing. This one is going to use its movement speed. Yeah, that's what I thought. Boop. Phoenix.
There's something coming from the right side. Dark vision. Going to move up here so I can see a bit better. And again, these things look foreign.
Yes.
Like they definitely shouldn't be here. Okay. I'm going to see how they like fire. I'm going to try to cast Produce Flame on it. Produce Flame. That's a 10 to hit.
On which one?
This
The one
one
on
to
the
the right.
All right. 10 to hit. A 10 does hit.
Hey.
You see it hit, and you see kind of like bubble and fizz, and kind of do some damage, but not really.
Oh dear, the fire doesn't seem to do much to them.
Mm.
Mostly saying for Caius, who poofed.
Right.
I don't have any bonus actions at the moment.
It's fine. Ooze is going to ooze. This ooze is definitely going to ooze by oozing toward Gulrick. You have your ready action.
I thrust at it. Yep.
Yep. Make an attack. A 7 would actually miss.
I was hoping it would have a low AC. Apparently not that low.
No. So yeah, it is going to whack at you with its tendril of oozly slime, but miss. It's this ooze's turn, which is way up here, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Charles, top of the order.
Yes. We'll try to go and join with Gueric in 25. So, so yeah, bonus action dash here. And we will try to maybe cut this ooze, remove it from the wall, if we can say, somehow.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to be able to squeeze right there. Sorry.
Sorry. Oh,
Yep.
Okay,
You
so
can
wait.
stand right either of those two places. Yeah.
Yeah, in this place. Okay. Can I still attack it from here?
You still attack it, and 14 still hits, so you're good.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Real quick, what's the weapon made of again? Do you remember? Is it
Just a elven made weapon.
Yeah, so
So I
it's still
think
normal steel.
I assume normal steel.
Okay, cool.
Normal steel, yes.
In that case, so you do hit it.
Mhm.
Just want to tell you that first. However, and deal a good chunk of damage to it. Some of the ooze sticks to your weapon. You now have a -1 penalty to damage rolls.
Okay.
It has 1 stack of acid on it.
Interesting.
Let me know when your weapon reaches 5 stacks, please.
Okay. Damage minus.
So it's -1 to damage right now.
Okay, no problem.
I guess it's kind of a good thing we don't have our silver weapons on us.
Or maybe they would have been able to resist.
Enchanted weapons, I'm guessing, would be able to resist, but
Yes.
All right. That's your turn.
Yes, that would be it. And I just say
Nice.
to Guiric and Case, be careful with these things. They stay on our weapons.
Yep. All right, Caius. Oh, he's AFK. He's going to come over here. Boop. Summon his buddy. Boop. He's gonna whack it still because he can't do anything else.
Do you see this guy?
Wait, can he? Oh, that's a good question. No, he cannot. Never mind. Sorry, I was in DM layer mode still.
I thought maybe you were, so.
Yeah, good call. Thanks. He is
Welcome.
going to instead. Let me open his character sheet and see what he can do real quick.
You can occupy an ally's space just as long as you don't end your turn there. So he could step into Wilric's space, attack, and then move out.
So you can't end your movement there. So you end your movement when you do something else at that point. He is going to. Does he have any items he would use?
So you rule it differently than my other DM.
What'd you say?
You rule it differently than my other DM is all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he doesn't have much he can do. He doesn't have anything on his equipment. He is going to. Actually, can he see? Hold on, Control L. Oh, he can. Okay. He's going to summon Bellicus as a bonus action and then attack through Bellicus using Bellicus's weapon. So he's going to do his greatsword attack. 20 hits it and kills it. So.
He's got cheats to get rid of the weapon sludge. He's just gets Bellicus to attack.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, he would have just stood. You're right there. That's fine. Yep, that's that. It's dead. The ooze. So the ooze does affect Bellicus's weapon. It does degrade it, but Kais can just resummon him and he's fine. And then the ooze kind of melts down into a puddle. So yeah, go work.
First thing I'm gonna do is holster my glaive as best I can and pull out a javelin, ready to use it like a short spear. Javelins are more expendable than the glaive.
Mm-hmm.
And I will continue down the tunnel, such as this. And I will just say, way ahead seems clear, but still ready in action. Ready a melee attack with the
Here with me!
throw it.
Still one back here with me!
Oh, I'm sorry, I completely forgot with everything that happened.
Welcome back.
Damn it. I don't suppose I can take that back, can I?
Yeah.
You already done your turn. I'd summoned him and attacked through Bellicus.
These things seem to damage your sword when you attack them, we... Just so you know. And also, fire doesn't seem to do much to them.
Oh, man.
But maybe since your
Very
thing is magical, it would work.
Choppy about it.
DM,
Yes.
I don't suppose you'll let me take back what I did there, because I completely forgot about the thing on the right.
Nope. Because it was said and known. Glover just forgot.
Well, that's all I can do then.
All right. Dusty.
Okay. Oh, great. Now we got oozes all around. Some oozes. And I can see this one. It's around the corner. I'll take a pot shot at it. 21.
Can you see it?
It's in my line of sight.
Yep. Just making sure. 21 does hit and 5 piercing does some damage. Yeah. The arrow sinks into it and gets just eaten up and absorbed by it.
I got more. Let's see. What can I do? Just that. Yeah, I can't really do anything else right now. I'm just sticking with the range guys, and we're shooting people.
Right. Stomach ooze. One. Right. It's gonna move 10 feet. What's the range of its attack? Is it 5 feet or 10 feet? It's 5 feet. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just moving closer towards you, Phoenix, menacingly. It's your
He's
turn.
just standing there.
Menacingly.
At 4th level, I can transform into a house. I'm not looking up something real quick. Don't worry about it.
How to kill stomach ooze.
No. I am looking up something else because I am realizing that fire doesn't do much to these things. By the way, do I still have Pierrot? Has it been an hour since I last summoned him?
Oh, very much so. That's why he's not on the map right now.
Okay. Since fire doesn't do much to these things, Phoenix is going to go, I guess we'll try this. And I'm going to use my wild shape to actually wild shape into an ape.
You're wait. Are you using your? This is the first time you ever used this ability.
Used it once before during the vampire fight.
Into an ape? Okay.
No, into a wolf. I'm gonna do an ape this time though, because I can do better now.
Oh, you're gonna do ape. Okay.
Because an ape has 2 attacks.
Alrighty. I need like a couple moments here. I wasn't prepared for a wild shape by any means ever.
There's trying to
Just go and
decide.
use your regular token for now.
Yeah, that's cool with me. I have the stat block open, so.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Just hold on. Save image. Making a token speed run. You can go make your text and everything. Like you still do stuff.
Okay. I'm just looking up what he has to hit then. To hit, he has +5, so I will make 2 punch attacks against it with my ape form.
Yeah.
/R 1d10, 1d20 +5. I'm just gonna copy that into clipboard.
How much health does the ape have?
19. Or should I roll for health?
Just do 19. We'll take averages.
Okay. First to hit is 18. Second to hit is an 8.
Okay. Both hits. Do you keep your dark sight when you wild shape? I forget.
You keep all your features unless the creature has better things.
Nice. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. Remove this. You should be able to control Ape Nix.
Ape Phoenix!
Ape Nix.
Ape Phoenix. And so both those hit, so they deal 1d6 plus 3. 1d6 plus 3. That's a 4 for the first attack. And a 6 for the second attack for a total of 10.
10 damage. Bludgeoning, I'm assuming?
That is a great question.
Yes.
Bludgeoning, yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, you smash your apey hands into the ooze and deal 10 damage to it. Not dead, still alive, but you don't.
You just, it's like, oh dear, turns into a giant ape, just smash.
I'm curious about flavor. What type of ape is it?
No one warns Phoenix about the weapons getting damaged by this thing, so he's just like, ah!
Well, luckily for you, it doesn't seem to hurt your hands.
Charles did say it a bit loud, so I think maybe Phoenix could have heard it.
Fists aren't weapons; they're fists.
Yes.
Fists.
Are you
Punch,
a
punch.
orangutan, a gorilla? I'm curious.
He's
It's an ape. Anyways, Phoenix, that's your turn, right?
yeah, that's my turn.
Right. That one's dead. That one, cool. Charles.
Yeah, so Charles will follow Gwydrick, assuming he wants to just have the group going in two directions. So I can move here with 30. And and advance a bit more with a bonus action here. 3, 4, 5, 6. And he doesn't see anything here. So that's all he will do.
Cool. In that case, that's your turn. Caius.
The weapons getting hurt by the ooze.
Mm-hmm.
Did I see that happen to my sword, or
So you
just,
attacked through
is that
Bellicus
just-
when I did your turn?
Yeah. So he wouldn't have seen it. I just feel like the volcanic sword having volcanic properties probably won't get
You
hurt,
haven't
but
tested that yet, no.
Charles
Okay.
did say, and you actively saw that it affected Bellicus's weapon.
Mine too.
Oh yeah, so the resummon Bellicus does have a -1 to damage.
okay. What if I resummon him?
You want to try that?
Not yet. We'll just move down here, just so I can see what's going on. Where the enemies at? Okay. Not sure where everybody is.
Gwilrick, what are you doing for your turn?
I
That's good.
hear the sounds of fighting it the other way and just go. I let out a curse and Luxon shout out, "Are there still enemies over there?"
You just hear monkey noises.
I don't see.
Because I can still understand languages, but I can't speak them.
I then shout out, "Charles, you should light a torch," and then I'm gonna make my way back. And I see that. So
You see an ape.
it's not like I'm unfamiliar with druids. There are some among my people. It's like, right, Alex has never done that before, and I will move up there, but that's all I can do.
All right, that's your turn. Dusty.
Okay, is this ooze still alive?
It is still alive, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it, or try to hit it. Get a hit it.
You did hit it and you did kill it.
Okay.
The arrow lands and causes the ooze to splash out.
Okay. Then
Oh, did not mean to delete you from the turn order. Let me re-add you. Hold on a second here.
Then I'm gonna move
Right.
over with Caius since Gwilrick and Phoenix are over there.
Mhm.
And I figure they can take care of themselves. But just in case... Oh wait, no, that's an action. Never mind.
Cool. All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty. So I use two boop. Phoenix. Or sorry, I said Apnix.
Seeing that my allies are going one way, I think we should try to stick together. And he'll kind of look at Gwilrick, give him a nod. What is an ape's movement speed? Is a good question. 30
30, I'm
feet,
assuming.
and then 30 feet climb if I need it.
Oh yeah, climb inside the guts. There you go.
There you go. I'm gonna move 30 feet to there to start.
Gotta be
I
kidding.
see. So I've been in this chamber. Okay. I will. Oh, it says I don't retain dark vision.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay then.
I don't
Bye-bye.
retain.
All right, you gotta stick with Gwiller because your only source of light.
Okay, I will blindly move with the dash action. He's just gonna fucking charge into here to here. Can't see shit.
Alrighty. You kind of bump into Caius and Bellicus, moving by the way. Caius, you feel this big, giant, hairy thing brush past you. What do you do?
I feel like because I know it'd be Phoenix, I just would like move aside.
Got it. Cool. Alright. Ooze. Charles, it's completely dark for you. What do you do, my friend?
Yes.
I did shout telling you to light a torch.
Yeah, but if I light a torch, I will have to leave one of my. I will have to leave my shield, right?
Yes, you would have to drop your shield, yeah. Or your
Okay. Well,
weapon.
he will do this.
Alright, you gonna light
Drop
a torch?
shield and take a torch for now.
Alrighty. And God said, let there be light.
Okay.
This is what it's like not having dark vision.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Gwerick, by the way. So he advances a bit and interesting. I can barely see it.
Actually, so I will tell you, because of how far away it is and the color of it, I'm saying you don't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're going to say you don't see it for now, because you can't really see all of it. You can see something on the edge, and you just assume it's more of the body itself.
Okay. Would I still have a bonus action or action from the changing all my equipment?
You still have an action and a bonus action, yeah, because you just put away a weapon and drew out a torch. So.
Okay, so he will still be able to advance.
Yeah, bonus action dash for sure.
Bonus action.
Yeah, now you can see it. Yeah.
Now he will see it, and
yeah.
Okay, and backtrack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think is bad.
Caius.
Right. Let's see. Go over here. Where's Bellicus? I lost. Oh, there he is. Okay. There. All right. And that's it.
I go all this back and forth and there. Move there. That's all I can do.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna dash or jury dash?
I already dashed.
Okay, cool. Dusty.
Okay. So we're keeping everyone over here then. Okay, I'm gonna move up here. Pretty sure that's somebody else. Can I go further?
Oops.
Let's see. I can go 10 more feet. Dang it, wrong button. It's Charles. You know what, I'll dash to get further up. I wanna see what's going on.
Careful, there's something huge there.
Oh, that thing's big. Okay, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Stomach ooze is gonna ooze. Stomach ooze is gonna ooze. Black ooze number 1. What's its senses? Yep, cool. It is going to move. Dusty and Charles, you see, watch the thing just slurp on over closer towards you all. Right there. Yep. Who's gonna ooze? Phoenix.
Move 30 feet and get here. Still doesn't see anything. I will dash. To get in front of Charles to see what I can see. Ah, that's big. That is big. I'll move right here and await my allies to come.
Oh, allies. Right.
Monkey.
Who's gonna ooze? Who's gonna ooze? Charles.
Charles will take his crossbow and just shoot at this thing.
Uh, 23 hits.
Perfect.
Do you get sneak attack damage on that? So that Swashbuckler was only melee attacks. You get
Yeah,
sneak
but
attack.
as I don't remember how it works exactly. Cunning, it's in cunning. No, it's in this one. Don't know if you are. No, I don't get it
Okay, so just 8 then.
because no one is close to it yet.
Correct. All right. Perfect. Caius.
See what we can see. Black ooze. Okay, I'm gonna re-summon Bellicus here. So that'll be
Right.
my bonus action. And then I'll take an attack through him.
Make an
Normal.
attack. Right. So, Caius, you would watch as Bellicus' sword slashes through the ooze. However, it doesn't really seem to deal any damage. Instead, slices it in half, and the two halves take on a sentience of their own.
Oh god, no.
All right, well.
Hold on, wait, I gotta do math. Hold on. I hate math. I love math, but I hate it. Okay, cool.
Did resummoning Bellicus make his sword not covered in that goop anymore?
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess I'll just end my turn right there. I don't want to get too close.
Alrighty. Gwilrick, it is your turn.
Okay, first things first. Move it up. I will dash and finish my dash here. That's all I can do.
Beautiful. Dusty.
Okay, oozes. You know, is there a front I'm going to give my tail to Gwilrick since we haven't slept.
Okay.
Long story short, if anyone hits them, they take 2 rolls of my Bardic Inspiration dice and force damage for a minute.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You want to post that in the chat so we can read it?
Just a second. It's number 5. Sorry, wait, wrong one. It's number 5.
That's sick.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, a roll, not 2 rolls.
Is that your turn?
It's my action, so yes, because I can't really do. I don't have much bonus action to do.
Okay. Ooze. Ooze. All right. These 2 oozes. This one is going to move up, and we're going to attack Apnix.
Apnix's armor class is 12.
I shouldn't have been advantage, it should have been normal, but still would have hit. Let me turn that off. My bad. And then 6 bludgeoning plus 10 acid. Take 16 damage total. And you don't have any armor or anything, so you're fine. And this one's going to move up to Bellicus and attack him. Does 12 hit Bellicus? I don't think so, no. Nope. All right, cool. That's their turn. Ooze is going to ooze. 8 Nix.
Apnix is going to move over one, so I'm flanking with Bellicus.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to try to smash the shit out of this thing in front of him.
Go for it.
I didn't put a space after the slash R. So annoying. It's an 11.
Yeah, hits.
And I'll make my second attack right away too. And a
Hit.
16. For 9 on the first.
Yep.
And 8 on the second.
Cool.
So you just smash.
Is that any bonus action?
Nope, Ape has no bonus actions. That's it for me.
Charles.
Okay, so I will fire at the one that's next to Phoenix.
Go for it.
Crossbow. Perfectly.
8 just misses.
Yeah. And that will be all.
Caius.
Feel like bludgeoning damage would be the best thing for these things. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that bludgeons. So we're gonna just attack through Bellicus. And
Which one, top or right one?
The top one.
Oh, he missed anyway.
Oh, wait. It would be flanking the top one.
Okay.
Dang it.
All right. Swing and a miss.
8.
Yep.
Do we like an 8 or an 8?
I don't really have another bonus action. That's
Everyone rolling 2s around here.
Today's sponsor is the number 8. Gloric.
Okay, if I move here, will I have flanking with Bellicus?
No.
Okay.
If it was a large-sized creature, yes.
Alright, I'll risk potential opportunity attack and move over there.
Where's over there?
I just moved.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yep, so Ooze is going to attack you. No.
And no.
So you're going to take a lot of acid damage.
Wait, it only just showed up. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's... And I'm not raging either, so the bludgeoning damage doesn't get dampened.
And you're not wearing the armor though, so you're fine.
But also, I have that effect on me that Dusty gave me.
Yes. So how much did
It
Dusty
does-
roll for
it does a
your
D6.
bard guy?
It does a D6
Alright, roll for
damage
it.
for a minute, so 10 rounds.
So roll for it.
Oh, no, he rolls for it.
No, you roll. It's coming. It's your source.
Okay, 4 damage.
Go for force damage. Wonderful. Right. Gloric.
It's the other one that's supposed to take the damage because it did the attack of opportunity.
Oh, you are correct. I am dumb.
No, you're not. You're smart.
Right.
Okay. Hang on.
Do you want to? Does Caius want a sentinel since it attacked someone other than him?
I
that
can't
Symbiosis?
set. I don't think I can.
No, you cannot.
Set
So.
him up to go. Yeah.
That acid was nasty. And I will jab my javelin at this one between me and Bellicus.
Make an attack roll with advantage. $19 hits. $5 damage. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Dusty.
Okay. Okay, we're nearly done. That thing's gonna be hurting. Phoenix is looking low, but they're also gorilla, so that's fine. Bow.
Which one?
I can't even see the other one. The one that's closer.
Okay, cool. That hits. It's going to take 3 piercing damage.
That's all I can do.
Right. Stomach ooze. This ooze is going to attack Apenix once again.
Rude. AC 12.
It
Yeah.
hits. Yeah, so your ape form is gone.
Yeah, it is.
So I'll go ahead and replace you real quick. Hold on 1 second.
Does the damage carry over?
It
Let
does
me double check.
not. No.
Yes, thank goodness.
No, it does not. And then this one, having being hit by Gwilric, is going to attack Gwilric. 16
Nope,
hit you?
the damage does carry over.
It does? Okay, then go ahead and do the math for that for me. 16 hits Gwilric, I'm assuming, correct?
Yes, it does.
All right. And I
And
believe
I'm
you're knocked
down.
out. Yep, you are knocked out.
Ah, great.
Stomach oozing. Phoenix, it is your turn.
Okay, this is great. If I take an op attack, I'm fucking screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I use my bonus action to healing word Gwilric.
Wonderful. Roll for the dice.
For 7 healing.
7 healing.
And I will, so that's Gwilric back up at least. I will use my action to cast Create Bonfire right under the one in front of me.
Okay.
That's because it's a cantrip, so.
Also,
Yep.
the one that attacked me should take force damage.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So the creature must now make a dex save.
Take 6 extra damage from the attack from Golric.
Hold on 1 second here. 6 on that one. And then bonfire, dex save. 3.
Okay, so he takes this damage. Oop. Why does it do it to hit? That makes no sense. It's not.
3.
Takes 3 fire damage.
It took fire damage.
I know it's not going to be much, but it's what I can do with my action at this point. And that will be my turn.
Perfect. Ooze is oozing. Stomach ooze is... Stomach oozing. Charles.
Yep, still fire at the ooze that's between Phoenix and Bellicus.
Mm-hmm. Fire.
Well,
21 hits.
cross bolt technically.
And it's dead.
Finally. Yeah, we'll just may move here for better vision and see if anything comes
As you
from this.
move there, yeah, you got a friend right there, so have fun with that.
Perfect.
Caius.
Well, I can
So you-
still bonus action disengage.
Okay, yeah, if you still have movement left, go for it.
Just me check. I was here, so that's 1, 2.
Yeah, 10 feet.
Yeah, that's 20. So yeah, I can move 10 feet back here.
There you go.
Can I
You're like,
concentration on my bonfire when it's not my turn, or do you not do that rule?
wait, say,
And just say, Phoenix, careful behind you.
say that one more time, Phoenix. The bonfire.
Some DMs have a rule that you can drop concentration on something even when it's not your turn.
Yeah, you can drop it whenever.
Okay, so I'm going to drop concentration on that create bonfire so that people can move through that space if they need.
Cool. Caius.
All right. We're going to try to kill this thing between me and Gwilrick. Right here.
When I'm prone, do I provide the advantage? Not that it matters.
I think so, yes. So Caius, as Bellicus drops his sword through the slime, you see it slice in half to take on 2 forms of its own.
Slashing damage makes it duplicate. Damn.
That's very annoying. Dang it. Yeah. That's it. That's it for me.
All right, Gwilrick.
Okay, standing up from prone. Can't see the health bar in the lower black ooze, so the top black ooze is more damaged.
They are equally damaged.
And hey, I'm flanking with Phoenix on that one, so I'm not gonna bother raging. There's no point in that. Stabbing it with a different javelin this time. You know, I stow the one that's now partially damaged and take out a different one.
21 hits. Perfect. Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Dusty.
Okay. Ooze and ooze and ooze and ooze and ooze. Don't think they're smart enough to be insulted, so... Question, are my scraps of arrowhead barrel boats still in them?
No, they're being deteriorated and melted.
Okay. Bow!
Which one, top or bottom?
The top.
All right, it hits and it kills.
Okay, that's it for me.
Stomach ooze is oozing, stomach ooze is oozing, black ooze. It is going to lash out and attack Bellicus because it's the last one he hit it. So hits it and Bellicus is poof gone. Right, and stomach ooze is oozing. Phoenix.
I'm going to say if there's another one above us, I'm going to move here slam my hand on Gwilric's shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
Right.
I'm going to do it at first level, because that's what I can currently do. I still have a second level spell slot, but I'm going to hold on to it for now. That's 10 healing to Gwilric.
Right, 10 healing to work.
Much
And I will then move to flank this thing with Gwilric. Let's do this. I have no bonus actions, so that's going to be me.
Cool. Ooze is going to move down and it's going to attack Charles. Does 8 hit Charles? No, it does not. All right.
No.
Charles, it's your turn. You definitely dodge a slime.
Yeah, perfect. He will bonus action disengage, go here, shoot it with his crossbow,
Yep. Miss.
fail spectacularly, and move away to safety here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that will be all.
Guys.
So I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna put my great sword away and pull out one of the javelins.
Right.
I'm gonna. Is this one still alive right here?
It is.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action summon Bellicus up here. And he's going to hit this thing with the javelin. For melee, that would change the modifier, right?
It'd be a
right now I
strength,
have-
yeah.
I mean, it's always strength. It's a
A javelin is always strength.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so
Oh my goodness.
that's
Now,
not
I'm
good.
just curious. When we miss, do we hit the walls around us or the ground?
Occasionally.
We are giving him ulcers.
Um,
Gwilric.
Oh no.
Okay. I can't see the health on that lower black ooze, but fine. I will attack it with my javelin. A different one.
22 hits. Roll for damage. 3 piercing. Anything else for your turn?
No.
All right, Dusty.
Can't really do much. All my spells are support spells, but they're based on other stuff.
All my spells are fire. So I went full flavor, no combat ability.
I mean, I can protect enlarge slash reduce, but we're barely hitting them properly, so... I'm just gonna keep pot shouting. DPS is DPS, I guess. I miss.
Nope, it hits.
Oh, it does?
Yep,
Yeah, that's that one.
that is his AC.
Okay. Man, once I get Brim wearing these things will be better. I'll move up a bit. Oh, there's another ooze.
Anything else for your turn?
Okay. I don't think so.
Alrighty. Well, it's the ooze's turn. Looking around, the last one who hit it is out of range, so it's going to go for the easiest to kill, which is a tie between the giant elephant and the flaming person. We're going to attack the flaming person.
Rude.
So
I never even hit it. It's so rude.
it hits.
Yeah, it hits. I'm down.
Yep. I flipped a coin. Sorry. Down, but not out. Can I have a death saving throw? Whisper to me, please, Phoenix.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go down.
Well, no, not usually unless you take a bunch of damage extra.
No, it's when you hit 0 HP, you start making death saving throws.
Yeah, on your on your subsequent turn.
Yeah, this is your turn now.
Oh, it's my turn. I see. Yep.
I was like, what are you so confused about? You're supposed to whisper it to me, man.
I did. I put it to GM.
Everyone else can see that, can they not?
I can see it.
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna test.
I
I'm
toggled
gonna
to
roll a
GM.
test. I'm gonna roll a test saving throw to see if it's a bug with the UI.
Go for it.
Can anybody else see that I rolled a death
Yep.
save?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have it on 2DM, not public 2DM?
I
Yep.
set it to 2GM.
So did I.
Fault with the UI.
It's the new update.
I try to make another roll to you.
Yeah, I got Charles from Charles, like, whispered to me.
Are you using the new UI?
No, I never updated.
Yeah, see,
Hold on.
Charles is using the old UI.
Hold on. 2GM. Death save. Oh,
Yep.
that's so weird.
Mm. Let's take some-
Oh, okay. I guess it's a bug. Weird. All right. Well, cool. That's fine though. Oozing.
I also like it when you do them privately. It's more fun.
Oozing. Closest guy is gonna be Bellicus, so this ooze is gonna attack Bellicus. It's always fun. I love it. I like it when someone dies and like they're trying to heal them. It's like, come back to life.
Way more dramatic.
Mrs. Bellicus. Crazy. Charles.
And well, try to finish this black ooze that just took down Phoenix. Let me put it.
Man.
Yeah, now my character it's slow. Okay. Oh, sorry. One click.
10 hits. 11 hits.
No, it was the 10 was with. I mean, it's the same roll, but it was with the sword.
It hits. Go for a roll for damage.
Yeah.
And it dies. Caius.
Alrighty. Bellicus is gonna almost. Hold on. I didn't mean to click the great sword. Hold on.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
good.
fine.
It did do it. There we go. All right. Javelin.
Right, that hits. Yeah,
9 piercing.
Right. Will work.
Okay. There's nothing I can do for Phoenix right now, so I'm gonna go around to flank this thing and attack
Cool.
with my last untainted javelins.
Hits. Right. It's almost dead. Dusty.
Okay, so with that many people down, okay, we got only Phoenix is down, or is anyone else down?
Only Phoenix.
Okay, how does this work exactly?
1 minute. I'm just gonna.
Okay. I am going to cast Aid.
Okay. Where are your targets?
Phoenix, Gwilric, I can see his edge portrait here, and Charles since he's there. I don't know what Caius is still
Right.
back here.
You guys gain 5 max HP. And are healed by 5 HP. So Phoenix
So
for what?
I'm just gonna give myself 5 HP because that's annoying to have to change your max HP.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know why they
However you
phrased it
want
like that.
Yeah, same.
I always just type +5 into the hit point maximum. It still calculates that. I don't have to change the overall thing.
Usually with aid, my other DM just says it's temp HP.
I keep it as max due to like some rulings and like attacks that do weird things, especially when it comes to death blows, where if you deal double your max HP, it does matter
Yeah.
for that stuff. So
True.
I keep it as normal. So Especially at low levels when like you fight something way too out of your bounds and it's like, oh hey, he does 42 damage. Well, that's double. If only I did 8, things like that.
Yeah.
So,
We just had two characters, by the way, die at the same time in my other campaign because they took at the same time. To be fair, they shot themselves out of a cannon like an idiot.
oh, okay, well fair enough. Yeah, that's their own fault. Anyways, Ooze is oozing. Ooze is oozing. This Ooze is dead. Phoenix.
I do not feel so good. Going to stand up, take a look around. Things are looking okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself with my last first level spell slot because I'm running low on these. I'm running low on everything.
Nice.
Okay. Nice, is looking more human. More alive, I guess. That's my action. I have no bonus actions because Pierrot isn't here, so that's it for me.
Is that your turn?
Yep, that's it for me.
Ooze is oozing. Ooze is going to attack Warwick because you're the last one to hit him. 14 misses.
Misses! Oh, thank you. Fuck.
Charles.
And try to shoot at this to make ooze. That's just right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That kills it.
perfect.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Okay. Should we? He would
There's
just look at the
no-
others and say, north or east.
Wait, let me grab my med kit for a second. Gloric, get over here.
Yeah, I can give you one of these if you want, and it just shows a potion.
Let's use the kit for now. He's gonna need quite a bit of healing, so I'll
Yes,
spend a minute using.
Stay here. I will go and scout.
Right.
And scout a little bit.
What we're going to do here, due to time, we are going to end the session early today because we don't have enough time for the rest of the map here. And this seems like a good little pausing point as we're halfway through this place. So.
Okay. How much does the healing kit do again? Should have
do you not write it down? I think Kaius has the number somewhere.
Yeah, I have it. Hold on.
Somewhere in our chat. Scrolling up.
There you go. It's a 44 plus 4.
Excellent.
Can we can I argue a short rest right here?
You can attempt a short rest. But, oh my gosh, you max rolled that.
You're welcome, Willard.
All those ones. I finally bounced back.
Dice don't have memory spans, but fuck.
Sure, random is
heals
random.
good.
So if you guys want to attempt a short rest, we can start that at the beginning of the next session. So anyways, it's perfect time. My doorbell just rang. So
Okay, so end the session here. We're halfway through a dungeon.
Yep.
Does
All right.
Charles want to use a charge of his kit to heal me?
You guys can talk about healing. I need to go answer my door. So you guys have a nice day.
I gotta get going
yes, I
too,
will
so
give
I'm
you
gonna
one.
stop the recording now.
Sounds good.
Okay, so just tell me if we make a short rest decision or not. Okay, see you guys
I
later.
don't think we
I
need
was
a short rest.
thinking I can go and